wonder why. Grass only greener when it's fertilized. Gave them truth in these songs, they prefer to lies. Destiny beautiful, adrift in her purple eyes. You can't see me, you Stevie. Wondering how I reach more evolutions than Evie and make it look easy. Man, dream on, yeah. Dream on, Dreamweaver.
The Blerd K boys is at it again.
Oh, what is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It's your boy Ernie, the Blerd Without Fear. Got the homie Carter presents. Welcome to was this episode 345 of the Blerd Cave. We are the #1 comic book stream on this or any other Earth in the multiverse. I don't give a fuck who you talking to. I don't care who makes your comics pop. I don't care who is explaining shit to you. We don't give a fuck. Like I said, we out here doing a damn thing. You can say what you will. I don't give a shit. Carter, here's the thing. You know what?
He's out of line, but he's right.
I'm just saying, I'm right. I'm right, goddammit. Don't say I ain't.
I'm drinking coffee this morning. Good morning to everybody.
Look, just know, Carter. Just know. We somebody. Look, we y'all know the spiel by now. You go follow us on like Apple, Google, Spotify. Y'all know all that shit. Y'all know that bullshit. Also, yeah, I'm sorry I did not make a formal announcement about it. It kind of came up at the last minute. Last week there was no Nerds of Culture last week. Nothing happened. It was just like Robo had a lot of shit going on. I had a lot of shit going on. Robo's got a new gig he's doing, where he's doing a lot of stuff for DSA, and he's getting more involved with some politics stuff down in his neck of the woods. So it's eating up a lot more of his time. And for me, honestly, I was just tired. There were a lot of books that came out. There's a lot of stuff I wanted to talk about. There was also a lot of other stuff I needed to do. I had interviews and stuff that I needed to take care of, and had some that I had not edited, which, if you're wondering why I needed to edit an interview, because I usually do them live, these were all interviews that, like, I could not schedule in such a way to do live, so I had to just pre-record them, and I forgot how much I hate pre-recorded interviews, because they're not fun, but because they're fun while I'm having the interview, but then having to go back later and like edit them, oh god, painful. Just because like it's a conversation I've already had, so I don't, I don't get as jiggy with having to revisit that conversation and edit it and go through a long process of it. That said, do got some cool interviews for you lined up. And I've also been having a lot of conversations offline as well as online. I had one online that was a chore. Not with anybody of import, but just someone else in the community. And I've just, anyway, end of the day.
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about, so we're gonna have to talk about that one when the show is done. Because I'm just confused as y'all right now. What the fuck are you talking about? What I do,
if you've been keeping up with the discourse that I've been having with people online lately, you'll quickly figure out who it was. It was a very unproductive conversation. That said,
with the Tony Weaver dude.
Yeah, that nigga.
Okay. Anyway,
what I want to
tell you, I think okay, bro, I'm a little bit upset, dog.
Why are you upset?
I'm a tad bit irate. So I don't know if we got to use that phrase. I am irate.
Damn.
I don't know if a lot of all of you comic book reading motherfuckers know, but I think a lot of you will know. Marvel Cosmic. So Imperial came and Imperial went. I didn't mind it. It was fine. It was easy to make jokes out of just because how was Hulk doing all of that when he had that going on? How was the
Get that bullshit about it.
But no, Imperial looked to be the reintroduction of Marvel Cosmic. And just as quick as those doors opened back up, they have closed again. And Highlight 915, that's one of the reasons I'm a little bit annoyed, because as far as I know, we got Black Panther Intergalactic. We had, and that was one that I enjoyed. Planet She-Hulk was another solid one I enjoyed. Ernie had bigged up Nova Centurion from Jed McKay.
I did enjoy that one.
Yeah, that was another fun one. I do not think Exiles even got the opportunity to come out. I think I don't think Exiles got to come out. You all can correct me if I'm wrong on now. It had Xavier and Lalandra, and I don't care. So my main annoyance here is that I saw Imperial Guardians in my shop this week. That was the book from Dan Abnett. If there was one saving grace from Marvel Cosmic, it was Dan Abnett in yesteryear. He was the one, that really put Marvel Cosmic in a space to where people were more so reading that than whatever Bendis and everybody else had going on at the time, just because it was so interesting and different. And then he left to go write more Warhammer 40K stuff. But he came out this week with Imperial Guardians. It was going to be the new Guardians of the Galaxy since Star-Lord is doing his political bag right now. But you got a team with one of Ernie's favorite characters to glaze. You got Captain Marvel, you got Gamora, you got Cosmic Ghost Rider, you got Brawn, which I think is a very stupid ass name for Amadeus Cho's version of the Hulk, but that's neither here nor there. But you had that group, which already sounds like it got some heavy hitters on there, and it was done because I don't know if you read it, Ernie. I know you were busy reading other stuff and doing videos, but Imperial Gardens was a pretty solid book that came out, and it was done in the way of like one of your favorite fucking shows, fucking Abbott Elementary. You know how there'll be a scene going on and then they'll get like that one camera focused on them and they can talk about it. That's how the comic itself was done. So there'd be some shit going on and then you get like Amadeus Cho talking about a certain thing that happened, or Carol Danvers or Gamora talking about a thing that happened. So I really had a lot of fun with that first issue, and with that one, Planet She-Hulk, with Intergalactic Black Panther, just some solid titles all around. But apparently that was not enough. Solid don't do nothing for Marvel right now. So that book is already been sent to the Shadow Realm. That book got canceled before the first issue came out because they're just going to basically, we tried, and now they're just going to stop doing a lot of the Marvel Cosmic stuff. So Planet She-Hulk is going to be on its way out. The Nova book that you enjoyed is going to be on its way out. Black Panther, like I said, I don't think Exiles even got to come out.
No, Black Panther wasn't even going to be the Intergalactic book. That one wasn't even. I knew off rip that book wasn't running that long because it was only. I think it was only solicited for like five or six issues anyway. So a lot of that. I'm not going to hold you, man. Can I keep it a band with you?
What's that?
Can I keep it a whole stat?
Let's hear it.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but man, y'all ain't checking for Marvel Cosmic like y'all be claiming. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that right now. A lot of y'all be claiming. Motherfuckers been telling me for like the longest. Oh man, no, Marvel Cosmic's where it's at, man. Marvel Cosmic's where it's at. But whenever Marvel Cosmics show up to the dinner table, y'all be on your phone. Y'all be like, nah, I ain't hungry. Y'all, you know what it is? Some of y'all remind me of my child. It's like, motherfucker be sitting here talking about how, yeah, man, some sound good, some sound good, some sound good. And then it's like, all right, well, we made the thing. It's time to eat. I'm not hungry right now.
Now they did say that sales. They did say sales were a factor, so he is basically hitting the nail on the head.
But see, Marvel ain't like DC. Marvel wouldn't let the book run 2.5 years, 31 issues, and then cancel and say the sales wasn't good. Marvel just be like, "Oh no, this hoe ain't selling. You got to come off the stroll."
Yeah. So that's something that happened, and you know that kind of stung a little bit, just because. Well, damn, this Imperial Guardian, it was pretty solid for a first issue. And thank you, Los. It was done in kind of a mockumentary way, and plus, you know, more cosmic. And I really wanted to see how Cosmic Ghost Rider was going to be written, and it was pretty much what I thought it was going to be. But it's Dan Abnett, so sure, I was ready for that ride. Plus, like I said, Planet She-Hulk and other books I'd enjoyed. So that's happening. And then one of Ernie's favorite people in the whole wide world, Tom Brevoort, he came out and said that one thing that he is going to try to get Marvel to do when it comes to these events is we're going to shorten these bad boys. We don't think they need to be as long as they do. And he said he thinks that One World Under Doom, we could have made that a little bit.
It could have been about 4. It could have been about 4-5 issues shorter. Yeah. Thank you, Tom. You know what? This is how, man, this is how you know Tom be listening to a nigga. Tom be listening, but he don't want to say nothing. He don't want to be like, well. Actually, no, what he should have used as an example, though, was that goddamn Age of Revelation. Goddamn, that shit was pain.
He ain't gonna bring up. He's not gonna talk about the shit that he was behind. Come on now, and wait.
He on Avengers too, though. He's over Avengers as well, so that's his.
He's not talking about shit that he thought. The one example he brought up was One World Under Doom. So yeah, that Ryan North, you could have brought that down, Big Dog. That's probably why Ryan North took his ass to Central City real quick.
But now, see, I'm gonna tell you something though. This is something I think a lot of y'all, because I was in our, the court of the. I love the different names y'all have come up for our little group. I've heard the council. We call ourselves the crew, but the group of myself and other Black content creators, Jay Penumbra. The Wednesday Pull, Captain Diesel, Dr. Kiori Knight, BJ Kicks. Yeah, we call ourselves a crew, but everybody folks be calling us the council. Folks be calling us the court. I've even heard us called the court of Negroes. Which, you know what I find funny? When I typed that into my phone the other day, Google did not autocorrect me, and I thought that was hilarious. But anyway, neither here nor there. Oh man, here's what I desperately need people to understand, because it's something we were talking about there. Y'all need to have more smoke for these editors. Now, I know y'all think, oh, wait a minute. Well, no. It's just it's the writers and the artists. They tell the story. Okay, first off, I got to hit y'all with this. The editors actually write the stories too. As a matter of fact, they have a lot of control over the directions that the stories go. As a matter of fact, a lot of I'll put it like this, not every editor. A lot of people think editors just check for spelling errors and continuity errors. No, that is incorrect. Editors pitch the stories, and then they find the people to come in and flesh those stories out.
So here's the thing with that. Since you said that, and you just said Age of Revelation. First thing I want to do real quick, Mike Manhattan. He's talking about Imperial Guardians. Did it last longer than that Red Hood comic? No. Red Hood got canceled the day it came out. Imperial Guardians got canceled before it even hit the shelf. So it got shot worse than Red Hood did. And the other thing is, I did hear this, Mike Manhattan, but when it comes to Ernie and Age of Revelation, and another thing that Tom Brevoort also said that is when it comes to his stories, he would rather make people mad than make them bored.
I mean, okay, I'm going to tell you, okay, I want to elaborate on that, because there is something to be said about that. Also, this is diabolical. Said Tommy comments incognito like, "Hello, fellow Blerds. How great is X-Men now?" I mean, I believe that shit. I believe that bullshit. But no, I'm gonna keep it a bear with you. So here's the thing. That is a classic storytelling ideology, because like if you make, like, case in point, if you hurt people's feelings, you make people mad, that's better than them walking away having felt nothing at all. And that is true. But here's the thing. There's a difference between making people mad because you told such a good story that like people are like, oh my God, oh, I'm so fucking pissed, but man, I can't wait to read more. There's a difference between doing that and then making people so mad that they don't want to read your shit no more. There's a huge difference, and it's a fine line, and not everyone is equipped to tell that story. And I'm gonna go ahead and be honest with you, Tom, you ain't one of the motherfuckers. But that said, it was to say louder for the Spider-Man fans in the back. Here's the thing. Y'all need to have more smoke for these editors. Like, full stop. Like, yeah, don't get me wrong. The people writing the book, they also have a lot of say in it. But I can't tell you how many times, especially in the last couple of months, I have talked to people who have literally told me that they were writing a book and they got notes from the editor, and the editor was like, you can't do that. You can't do this. We would prefer you did this. We would prefer you do that. We will not allow you to do this. You know what? Fuck it. I'll spoil this part. I talked to David F. Walker the other day. Do you know, he didn't tell me what book it was. Well, no, he told me what book it was. He didn't tell me.
Are you sure you were allowed to say this?
I can say this because he said it publicly. Well, at least publicly as in the interview. So. But no, he didn't say who told him he couldn't do this, and he didn't say which character he was told to kill off. But because he was talking about Occupy Avengers, I knew exactly which book I knew exactly which character he was talking about. Y'all remember how Nighthawk just randomly fucking died in Occupy? I mean, I'm just randomly and unceremoniously just fucking died. That wasn't David F. Walker's choice. I'll leave it at that. Anyway, so yeah, if an editor can tell you who you can use, who you have to kill off, who you can't kill off, what direction your story needs to go, let me keep it a stack with you. That is a lot of creative control. That is actually more creative control than the writer themselves. So yes, have smoke for these editors. Don't just aim that smoke at the writers. The editors are part of the creative team as well. Matter of fact, I can't tell you how many times I've seen Tom Brevoort in interviews. Y'all remember that X-Force? That X-Force book from the Ashes? He came up with the, I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. I don't want to take anything away from Jeffrey Thorne. No, we're not doing that here. I'm just saying he came up with the initial pitch for it. So that's like, I'm pretty sure it's the same for all of the From the Ashes books.
Oh, you know what? He didn't ask me. He asked Blerd Without Fear, but I kind of want to answer it anyway. What if they can't go against the character's Bible?
Okay, first off, that's bullshit. So here's the thing. I can't tell you how many times I've talked to some writers who have done work at Marvel and at DC. The character Bible is kind of it's not a myth. It does exist. But here's the thing. Most editors that are in the business today don't have any grand knowledge of like the greater history of the characters unless they've been in the business for like 5 ever. A lot of these editors that are running around today, with the exception of people like Tom Brevoort, they're not people who've been in the game since day one. It's a lot of younger people. When I was talking to Joe Casey about Weapon X-Men, he was telling me, and this isn't me just telling something private. This is something he said publicly. He said it. Go back and watch some of my interviews with Joe Casey when he was coming on to help me break down the Weapon X-Men book. There's at least 2 or 3 times he talked about how like he would try to do something and one of the editors would be like, well, I don't know about this. And but it was a thing that like Joe was referencing something from a comic from the 1970s. And they would just be, well, I don't know what that fuck the Bible. it does. Okay, a character Bible doesn't matter in the big two. I'm gonna be honest with you. The only thing they're probably gonna harp on you about is continuity. Now, there may be some hard rules for characters, like case in point, Batman and Superman. I'm pretty sure have some pretty hard rules. Like they'll probably be like, hey, Superman can't be, shown to do this. He can't be shown to he can't be just shown randomly cursing using foul potty mouth language or whatever. Which, to be fair, that makes sense. Batman can't be shown to be explicitly murdering people. Like there's stuff like that. Yes, sure.
Whoa. Now you lying.
Well, that's true. Well, it can't be prime Earth continuity Batman shown visibly with bloody hand okay, let's be real. Most of the shit Batman does,
Zack Snyder's skin just crawled when you said that shit. Like he just got a twitch out of nowhere when you just said that about Batman, big dog. Like, whoa.
Let me put it like this. It can't be Earth. It can't be prime Earth continuity Batman in inside of the trappings of a mainline series. Outside of that shit, you do whatever the fuck you want, Batman. But the thing is, not every character has that level of protection. Spider-Man probably has something similar, where it's like, oh, he can't be shown like just directly like you
happy.
Yeah. Spider-Man's not allowed to be happy. Daredevil got to be a hoe.
Mary Jane. He can't be married with kids. Not in main continuity.
Not main continuity.
Up around here.
I'm just saying, like, what?
Daredevil can see
what
I get to you for an event, but y'all better pepper spray that nigga at the end of that event. Like,
look, y'all better a little bit.
No way.
They're gonna be like
pocket sand.
Just like on the last issue. They're gonna hit that nigga on the last issue.
It better be. It's actually Spider-Man is a funnier example just because of Spider-Man Noir, but they have totally changed how he is, because the one thing you would always see with Spider-Man Noir was that he was strapped at all times, and it was a lot more. The original Spider-Man Noir was a lot more brutal than I think what we're going to get now, and they've basically made him. They've made him, and I don't want people to take this the wrong way, but they've made him more of a joke character now, because. Well, I don't want to go off into the weeds on that one, but when it comes to character Bibles, as soon as I read that comment, first thing I thought of, shit, Tom King does that, but he goes against damn near every character's Bible. When he gets an opportunity to write them motherfuckers.
That man said, man, fuck the Bible. Look, that Tom King is Kendrick. That's Kendrick Lamar right there. He said, I'm gonna hide the Bible of God watching. But no, real quick, I do. We've been goofing and laughing and having a good ass time.
Let's get to these super chats, man. Let's get these knocked out.
I'm gonna take us to the. I don't know what I want to call this. You know what? We'll just say to the we'll just say to the leaderboards for right now. But
not the leaderboard. Jesus.
I mean, it may as well be at this point. But no, we got Lamy B with the $100 super chat. God damn. Thank you, Lamy B. We appreciate you for that. Thank you for showing that love. Says, always a pleasure. We appreciate you. Thank you for that. We have also got Brent Fox with the Blerd Club Silver. Ed Boy in the cut with the Blerd Club Gold. We also got Brent Fox with a 5, says, salute, Ernie, my main seat. So it might be C-Train. And the Blerd Cave, Earth's mightiest subscribers. Get those likes up. I says, sincerely, code name Snug.
I hope you ain't still got that tight ass shirt on. Didn't you just become a dad recently? You got to let the dad bod you got to let it loose, big dog. You need to be Leonardo DiCaprio era now. You got to let the gut out unless you got something real important that you got going on. You and your lady got some special dinner. Then you got to pull the pants over the stomach real quick. Make sure that belt tight and the shirt, the schmediums. There you go, Jazz.
Yeah, the schmediums.
That era is gone, Brent. That area is good and gone. You are happy now. That era been gone. We have Black Phoenix 77 here. He's been a member of the golden age of Blerd Club for 26 months. He said, "What up, Blerd Core? So glad it's finally Saturday this week. was a whole mess. Boy, if y'all knew my line of work, you wouldn't be complaining. What's our next one here, Ernie?
Oh, we got LP3.
We got LP3 with the 10. He said, I want to start off the cave by putting some respect on Splinter's name. I'm new to Turtles comics lore, so I was in awe. Secondly, still putting respect on Cyclops. His paranoia is justified.
Oh.
I don't know about all that, big dog.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you why. I got a video coming out talking about it, but I'm going to tell you why. I can tell you very succinctly why. So what LP is likely referring to is the most recent issue, or the first issue of X-Men United. Cyclops is the only motherfucker not on board with that gray matter lane bullshit that they doing. And honestly, I would forgive a lot of people for not understanding why he feels that way, because if you didn't read Exceptional X-Men, you'd have no clue. But the tech that they're using to make gray matter lane possible, it was created by Mr. Sinister. And with anyone with any recent memory of the Krakoan era,
Krakoa.
Yeah, right. If anybody remember how Krakoa went, Krakoa was also heavily reliant on Mr. Sinister technology. So I think it is reasonable, especially considering that in Exceptional X-Men, Mr. Sinister was using the same tech they're using to make gray matter lane. He used that same tech.
Yeah.
To basically gather other mutants' DNA, to find other mutants, to trick other mutants into giving their DNA to him and then modifying their DNA. Dude literally created a whole clone of Axo. A fully functioning clone. Now, granted, the clone was dumb as a box of rocks and was always eating shit that no human being should ever actually eat, like eating telephones and eating the side of a desk and shit. But like the thing is, Mr. Sinister created that shit. Also, the new Lockheed that's running around, Marigold. That's a fucking clone too, created by Mr. Sinister. The tech they're using to find mutants, it's Sinister's tech. Yes, is Cyclops out of pocket for how he handled the situation? Oh, most certainly. He is out of pocket. But here's the thing. And I hope everyone understands where I'm coming from when I say this.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Cyclops is 100% right. He's right.
Wrong.
He's always right.
Tom Brevoort said, I'm going to show y'all the villain that Cyclops really is. That's what Tom Brevoort said.
Tom Brevoort, look, let me be real with you. Tom Brevoort is one of the motherfuckers. I'm pretty sure if you could go back and check the dates, I'm pretty sure Tom Brevoort was probably the motherfucker handing notes over to the
Jed?
No, he was probably the one handing the notes over to the folks working on the X-Men animated series back in the day. Yeah, Shit on Cyclops more. Shit on him some more. Because that motherfucker, he does not like Cyclops. I don't understand why, but I was like, Tom, be better. Anyway, we got Romy Forever with the Blerd. God damn. God, she's out here like on some Emma Frost? Emma Frost? God, it said, man, no, fucker, I'm in diamond mode.
Speaking of fucking Sinister, did you ever end up getting that Hellions?
No, okay, so the time where the bid came to an end, it was in the middle of the fucking night, and it was roughly around not the middle of the night, it was actually super early in the morning, but like it was so late to the point where like I would not have been awake. It was like 7-something in the morning, and y'all, I know that probably doesn't sound like early to anybody, but like for me, like just to kind of pull the curtain back, my ass don't wake up till like 11 or noon most days.
Just to bring y'all up to speed, Ernie's trying to be like me now. He's been on the hunt for the Jim Zub Hellions run from the Krakoan era. I got mine already, but he's been on the eBay hunt. So I'm just wondering how that go. I did see this. I did see that you got that though. I did see that because we were having a conversation. You can bring the super chats up because we still got more to do, but we were having a conversation.
Yeah, no, I wanted them to see.
That motherfucker stopped the whole. Wait a minute. Whoa. Are those the milestone trading cards? And then he just got
Yeah.
dead quiet. He just got he just got casket sharp quiet when he thought he found the milestone trading cards.
Also, by the way, speaking of
Zeb Wells, triple dot. Thank you, Zeb Wells. I don't know where I got gems up from.
Also, got one of the cards in the back of this. Got the static jut. Also, got this. This is an old advert that you are not gonna be able to find much of anymore. This was actually one of the original like previews for Milestone Media back in the day. And I always love this. If you're not there, you just won't get it. And I love it because that shit still rings true to this very fucking day.
But yeah, thank you all for that correction. It was Zeb Wells who did that Hellion.
Yes,
that's
Zeb
the book
Wells.
I swear by to let y'all know that Zeb Wells can write well. Don't let that Spider-Man fool you. Mad Chocolate Gaming with a $4.99. He said he's on his way to the Alamo to continue the Twin Peaks rewatch.
Woo!
I will catch you, Blerd, and the Spectacular Carter on the replay. He's actually he's been posting about this in the Discord. He's watching the most recent Twin Peaks that came back and did. I was confused throughout the entire thing because I didn't know that I needed to watch another series or movie. So that shit, Twin Peaks, just made my head hurt. Big C 428.
Your head still would have hurt.
Cool. I just saw the girl from The Nanny was having sex with one dude, and then TV Static came out and murdered them both, and then there was an atom bomb explosion, and I didn't understand what none of it meant. But Big C 428 donated 10, and he said, if y'all were a tag team, what would your tag team name be, and what would your entrance music be? Appreciate y'all. Always stay up. Man, BBC, that'd be the tag team name.
Can we? Yeah, just for simplicity's sake, because it's always about Memphis. What would we be if we weren't coming out to whoop that trick?
But see, y'all motherfuckers are being perverts when I say BBC. It's Big Blerd and Carter. That's what it means. That's what it means, you sickos. Somebody who's not a sicko is Cosmic Reader 1312, who just gave us $9.99. He said he got his copy of the Dakota Incident. He also got Roots of Madness and Bitterroot. But Blerd, I know you promoted your book on Global Comics. Can I order your book at my comic shop?
Not yet, but soon. I promise, soon. That is that'll be something that I'm so okay. I'll do this. I actually have been kind of looking around at like different avenues of printing, and I even got a thing the other day. I got a sample thing from one printer, Print Ninja. They do comics and stuff too. I'm looking at a bunch of different ones, but like they sent me, I got this print book off of them that kind of shows you like what kind of paper stock and like all the different like options, just you kind of like know what it is that you're going to be getting before you like order a print. And this has been pretty useful. So I'm looking at a bunch of different stuff right now, but what I'm probably going to wind up doing, because I'm going to be going to LoreCon, which I believe is going to be in like North Carolina, later this year.
Yeah.
In September, I think it's the 25th and 26th, or it might be 26th, 27th. I can't remember exactly which, but y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm going to be going there, and I want to try and get some for when I go to like be able to, get them out there in circulation ahead of whatever Kickstarter stuff we do. I got to look and see how much I'm going to be paying out of pocket for that, because like pretty much this entire book has been just me paying out of pocket.
Right.
That said, yes,
Fabric
soon.
80, yes, very soon. Fabric 86, he just dropped 504. Shout out to Master P and TRU. He said if you or someone you know was a black patient at what we're actually going to be discussing today is going to be Rodney Barnes comic Crownsville, If you or someone you know was a black patient at Crownsville Hospital in Maryland, you may qualify for part of a $2 billion settlement. Call me, attorney John Cash, at 1-800-GET-CASH today. That almost reminds me of
the Corey B. Trotz.
Not even Corey B. Trotz is a little bit, but I don't know why I started thinking about Mo Money Taxes. That's another Memphis reference y'all will not understand. I did hear about the drama with Mo Money Taxes.
Well, no. Did you hear about the new anchor on Fox News in Memphis?
Oh, Sneed? Yeah. Oh, yeah. When he got lit up on Facebook, that was funny as hell, dude.
Did you see what I said? Did you see what I said about him?
No. So,
I will show you.
Speed real quick. Let me bring you all up to speed real quick. Anyone who has seen anything like YouTube, Instagram wise about Memphis, you know the one thing that Memphians will always be quick to do to individuals is check them. Just, make jokes on them, crack on them real quick. So
we fry over here.
Local news got a new anchor on the team. It's a brother named Sneed. I can't think of his first name. Rob Sneed is a new anchor for Fox 13 News, local news in Memphis. And the warm welcome that he received on Facebook was to get unceremoniously flamed by each and every motherfucker in.
Yeah, well, like I'll show you. He said, "Hello, Memphis. I'm excited to share. I'm your new anchor reporter at Fox 13 News." Yeah, it goes and say all the normal stuff. But he said, "If you have ties to Memphis, please share this and tell your friends, family, tune in." So this is him. He is a normal, very, very just normal. He a handsome brother, man. But here's the thing. They was tearing his ass up and he got there. That was
literally the very first comment. Assistant principal looking at it.
Cleo set it off. Braves having a look up Marlon St. Cheese looking at it. And then listen.
We have to flame somebody for no reason, bro.
Like this shit like Adventures in Babysitting. Don't nobody leave here without singing the blues. Like that's basically how we do you here. Motherfucker said, "Welcome to Memphis, Rob. Yo, MLK, I have a dream. Baby suit wearing ass. I'm happy to be here. Kool-Aid smile having ass. Prince Akeem Gums having ass. If Dwight Howard and Gerald Levert had a baby looking at." And then wait, civil rights action figure looking at.
That motherfucker said, "You said your name is Rob Sneed? Derrick Rose uncle looking at it." Like, bro, like, they just flamed him for no reason, bro.
Hey, man, say, man, welcome to Memphis, man. I had a dream looking at a sophisticated beer cat looking at. Look at your neighbor and say, "Neighbor, do you love God?" Bishop looking at. So anyways, may your career as an anchor reporter be successful. That's the thing. It all came from a place of love.
That's the main thing about it. It's just all of this was just welcome to Memphis. That's all that was. It was just a very crushing way to say welcome to Memphis.
Like, dude, some of these motherfuckers is like, wait. Welcome to Memphis. Look, this right here. This is a classic right here. Welcome to Memphis. Little eyes, big cheeks. Youth pastor.
Youth pastor looking at it like, bro, they destroyed that man.
Oh, and
they destroyed that man.
Your boy also got in on the proceedings. I said, "Welcome to Memphis, Rob Sneed. I hope you survived the experience, man. Mo Money Taxes, come down and see us. You'll be glad that you did." Look at that. Like, but no, Mo Money Taxes, you had to be here. You had to live in Memphis and know that. Mo Money, better taxes, Mo Money. Wait, what was it? I love how they had respectable commercials when they first started, and then eventually they got to the point where they started bringing that chubby white man on, talking about some, I got the hookup. Holla if you hear me. You know what? Actually, you know what? I want to share a piece of this history with y'all because I actually did look up.
Bro, you finna show them a Mo Money Taxes commercial?
Yes, I am. Because y'all got to see it to believe it. I'm sorry. You have to see it to believe it. It's dude, I love this shirt here. The feds raid Mo Money Taxes headquarters. Lord.
Yeah, because people didn't get they were on the news like maybe a month or so back because people weren't getting returns. I remember seeing that.
So here, I'm gonna play this. Just like I might have to take it down later because usually shit like this, it just kind of depends. But oh my God, they playing Good Times.
Damn. My hair's a mess. My car is smoking. I'm broke. My taxes need preparing.
You need to go to Mo Money.
What's my money?
I went to Mo Money Taxes and they got me my money back the next day and I'm rolling.
And girlfriend, I went to Mo Money too, and I got my money back the next day. And you need to go to Mo Money Taxes.
Mo Money Taxes?
Look, she cheesing too hard. Holla if you hear me. Holla if you hear me.
Girlfriend, I went to Mo Money Taxes yesterday, and today I am rolling.
Rolling.
Mo Money Taxes, and once again, it's on, and I got the hookup. Mo Money Taxes. That you did.
Like I said, Mo Money Taxes. Come down and see us. You be glad that you did. Look at that face head. Oh my God. I'm sorry, y'all. Anyway, I know this is look. Also, I love the YouTube channel called The Original Mo Money Taxes. God damn it. I love that shit. Look, man, you had to be okay, here's the thing. If you lived in Memphis and you ever skipped school and just stayed home and watched TV, you saw that commercial like at least 20 times. At least 20, 30, maybe even 40, 50 times. Memphis was wild. Mo
Money Taxes, it's all good. Auto sales.
Yeah. I forgot about It's All Good auto sales. Dude, that was the other one too. You were talking about like going back to that super chat from earlier, where Fabric was talking about call me Attorney John Cash and 1-800-GET-CASH.
Oh yeah, Corey B. Trotz.
I was like, Corey B. Trotz is the way to go down 8637000. I feel like
that's so fucking stupid. I still remember.
Oh my God,
that is so stupid. I still remember that fucking number, dude.
I hate that I remember that shit. But no, we also got here. We'll do these real quick, and then because Fabric kind of set us up pretty nice, and that was a nice little layup. But no, we got a couple here that I want to hit. Man, we actually got two we're gonna hit. This one comes from this right here comes from Fluminum. Says, let me get that jingle from you. Sorry, not sorry, Carter. Hey, let me hit that 1999 Canadian super chat. And we also got another here. This is from Gabriel the Dark Knight. Says, happy Saturday. Been a minute since I've been able to drop a super chat. Life has been testing me and my family, but we pushing through. Happy to show support. And you know what? Here.
That's good to hear, bro.
Hey,
that's good to hear. Real shit.
You still here, so you got look. You still here, so look. We still love you, regardless. So man, we appreciate you even taking the time to do that, man. Look, man, bruh, man, I ain't gonna hold you, man. We ain't even a whole 3 months into 2026, and this year's already been a whole hoe. But you know what's gonna change? But you know what's gonna put a smile on your face, Gabriel? That 1999 super chat. Hey, look, say I'm gonna take care of you, man. Look, that right there, that's for you. That's for you. That is for you. Also, let's go ahead and get into what we're here talking about. For those that are curious, like, okay, man, what's this about Crownsville? Why y'all talking about What the fuck is like who the fuck is Crownsville?
I do want to preface this by saying that this is going to be just like the OG milestone conversation went on a previous Blerd Cave. This is more so going to be the Blerd Without Fear show right now. There's Crownsville, only press series by Rodney Barnes. It is, I think issue 5 just came out
this week.
But again, this is going to be a Ernie. This is going to be a Blerd Without Fear conversation, just because I did not read this series, because I am on strike when it pertains to Rodney Barnes right now.
He on strike.
Yeah, until I'm able to get a volume. If you want to give me the one real quick, Blerd Without Fear.
Oh yeah, here. Let me.
If you don't mind,
let me take care.
Until I can get volume. You see, this is volume 1 and this is volume 2 of Killadelphia right now. Until I can get that volume 3 deluxe to stand right next to it, I don't have to do this little ass Luke Cage series that he wrote during Gang War. When I get book 3 of Killadelphia, then I get to Crownsville. But Ernie, you go ahead and you take it over right now. I am on strike with Rodney Barnes right now. Rodney Barnes is somewhere. I think he's in Jamaica currently. He's doing another horror book, but he's doing it with Shaggy. So if you got time to do a book with Shaggy, you could have dropped that Killadelphia volume 3. I'm on strike. Yeah. Okay, I'm on strike. Please, Blerd Without Fear. Go ahead.
Also, correction. No, Rodney Barnes is not one of the creators of Bitterroot. No. That is David F. Walker, Chuck Brown, and Sanford Green. Rodney Barnes is one of the creators of Killadelphia.
Yeah.
And this book that we're talking about right now, Crownsville. Rodney Barnes, fantastic writer. Also did Batman Full Moon, for those that are unfamiliar. And is also the creator and host of the Run Fool podcast, which is
that actually
fantastic.
Finished up. He actually finished up on that show. Actually,
yeah, he did.
And yes, LL Melvin, Shaggy, the music artist.
Yes,
I don't know what is going on with him right now. He did a horror, or he did like an apocalyptic horror comic.
Yes,
with Exhibit, and now he's doing one with Shaggy currently. So yeah, until I get that deluxe volume 3 of Killadelphia, yeah, I'm not touching nothing right now. Yes, Mr. Lover himself. But please, Ernie Crownsville, let's go.
Yes.
Let's go.
But yes, he was also a writer on the Boondocks as well. Yes. Yeah, it wasn't me, Shaggy. Yes, that Shaggy. Yes, that same motherfucker.
Oh my God. I want to bring this up real quick, and then we can move on, because I just thought
go ahead.
Do you remember the white boy on Showtime at the Apollo that did Shaggy?
Vaguely, like I
hold
remember.
up. We have to do this. We have to do this. We have to do this because this is
do
going.
We?
Yes, we have to. You just showed they asses more money taxes. We have to show them the Shaggy joint. On God, if I find it, hold on.
Oh my God,
we have to. Yes, found it. All right, hold on. We have to do this. We have to do this. This is for the people. We gonna get to that comic. Y'all know we gonna get to that comic. Here you go, Ernie. Boom. It's only 2 minutes. All you got to do, just go to 30 seconds. Just go to 30 seconds. That's all you got to do. Okay. That's all you got to do. Just go to 30 seconds and just let it play.
All right, I'm going.
You have to show it to the people. You have to show it to the people.
Give me a sec.
We have to do this
real Lord. Okay. All right.
I don't know if that Exhibit book was good. It is on my list. The black comic shop that I go to, the Comic Den, they have it. So I'm going to go pick that up this week, actually. Check that one out. But please, Blerd Without Fear.
Oh, okay. And then I'm going to deal with this here in just a sec. Y'all let me handle this. Mods know what I'm talking about.
Just wait for it, Ernie.
Man,
now, Crownsville, Ernie. Crownsville,
anyway,
please.
well, no. First and foremost, I gotta take care of something. So, I think someone did it before I could actually say anything about it. But no, yeah, I think somebody went ahead and sent him on up out of here. Here's the thing, because I know they still here. Y'all won't see them, but they still here. If you come into my Discord server saying all kind of like homophobic, transphobic, misogynistic, just downright ho-teppish ass shit, you got to go to the Shadow Realm. Sorry, it just is what it is. So why was me why I singing it? It wasn't me. I ain't gonna lie. I go. That's all I can. Now that's all I'm gonna think about now. But yeah, that. Oh my God. Oh Lord. What are we even doing, Carter? What are we even doing? You know, I can tell you what we're doing. We're talking about Crownsville. God damn it. Anyway, so Crownsville, for the uninitiated, is this is a Crownsville is a wild ass book. Okay. For those who are not familiar, so basically what we got here is this is a comic that has deep roots in the horror genre.
Okay.
But also has a lot to say from a social commentary aspect. And I mean, that's par for the course with Rodney Barnes. Like, Rodney always has something to say. Like, he is not going to make a comic and not have something on his mind, to impress upon you. And that's what I love about a lot of his work. So first and foremost, Crownsville, as you can probably tell from what Fabric 86 said earlier, yes, it's about this is a story about a mental facility. This is supposed to be like an asylum, but the thing is, in Crownsville, the mental hospital in question, and here I'm actually going to I want to see something. I want to pull up something very specific to get my point across. Where to go? Okay, no, it's this one. This is the one.
Yeah.
So, okay. The hospital of Crownsville originally, this was it was a mental facility that was, for all intents and purposes, it was a place where Black people were sent. It was exclusively for Black people, but then ultimately kind of became this place where pretty much anybody that was not white could and would be sent.
So a real spot, not just a spot for the story.
Well, I didn't look much further than that.
Okay, no, I thought that's what you were going at. Okay.
No.
Gotcha.
I'm talking about like the actual, just the place itself,
okay,
as far as the story goes.
Cool.
There probably is an actual Crownsville in Maryland. I regret to inform you, I did not think to look this up. But
okay, cool.
But that said, because largely what the story really focuses on a little bit more is kind of a commentary on the Tuskegee experiments. And that's not a reach, because the Tuskegee experiments are referenced in relation to Crownsville multiple times throughout the story. But no, just specifically Crownsville, this place, and not just like, so basically, like, if you were a Black person and you were seen to be thought of as crazy, mentally insane, or like you had some kind of a nervous breakdown, for whatever reason, your mental wellness was not well, you would be sent to Crownsville. And Crownsville was a place where you would be experimented on. They would use electroshock therapy on you, which I don't know if y'all know this, but electroshock therapy has never cured anyone of being crazy. It always makes people worse. Yeah. I don't know who needs to hear this. Oh, there you go. That boy Jeremiah just said there is. Just looked it up. So there you go. So this is a real place.
Okay.
That said, in this story, and that actually makes everything I'm about to say hit even more hard, and what I read more hard now. So Crownsville in this story is just as much a character as the three characters we were introduced to throughout this tale. So one of those characters, let me see if I can pull this pull this young man up. One of our chief characters. Is this it right here? Yeah, right here. Boom. This gentleman right here. This is Paul Blair. He is a journalist. He's a journalist, and he is also a journalist who is soon to be retired against his will. Journalist, and he's often referred to by one of the other characters as the paper man. But he's actually, there's two direct central characters. He's one of them. The rest of the characters are more like deuterogonous. But basically his whole thing is that his mother used to work at this facility. We actually meet her down here. His mother is, she's not well. She's probably gonna pass away any moment. And basically, as she is, kind of understanding that, she's very likely not going to be here much longer, she decides that she wants to tell her son something that has been weighing on her mind, like pretty much almost her entire life. And it's here. And I first off, I want to say here, shout out to, I know I've said a lot about Rodney Barnes. I actually want to say, I want to put some respect real quick on Elia Benetti. I don't know if I'm saying the name correct. It might be, it could be Alia Benetti. But either way, put their foot in this shit. So I just want to go ahead and say that off rip. A lot of the characters, like, it kind of reminds, it's like, it kind of has that Killadelphia vibe to it, but without having, Sean Alexander, on it. But I love the vibe of it. And all the people they all kind of look like somebody that you might be familiar with. Matter of fact, the other main character looks suspiciously like Rodney Barnes. But that's another story altogether. But no, she has a secret to tell. And in that secret, she talks about how long she's been keeping it, and she whispers it into his ear. And what the secret is that she used to work at Crownsville. Like, she worked as a nurse at Crownsville, and she explains, how all of this kind of came into being. That, like, because that's the thing. It's already pretty much public knowledge that Crownsville was this place where only black people got sent, and none of them were really, rarely, if ever, seen again. And no one ever got better being there. That much is public knowledge. It's just that no one really knows why.
Okay.
So it's here where she kind of goes into where she's talking about how, how she was a nurse there, and that she was one of, if not the only, black nurses, in the building. And basically she ended up being pulled in for a special job that one of the head doctors there, requested her for it. She didn't really know what it was. She didn't really understand why. She just knew that she was being given a special assignment, and that, typically the black nurses, they don't get to do much, if anything, outside of clean and handle the jobs that the white nurses don't want to be bothered with. Like she says here, she says, we got, bedpans and mess. And she said that day I felt like I was somebody. But she goes on to say the feeling didn't last long. Now, Carter, I'm here to tell you the reason why the feeling did not last long is because she realized what she was walking into. It's here that she reveals that she was only brought in there to handle the children. So, yes, the experiments that were going on in Crownsville, they were being done to black people, but exclusively black children. Like you see right here, she says, the room was filled with black children just playing. I asked myself, what they about to do to these babies? And she even goes on to say, most wasn't no more than 5 or 6 years old. She says it was wrong. They took those kids, and then she passes away. She doesn't get to tell the rest of the story. She doesn't get to say what it was that actually happened. This is the launching point. Now, once again, I want to make something incredibly clear here. We are only just a few pages into the first issue right here. This is the launching point for why Paul gets drugged into this conspiracy and is now, because like shortly after this, you also discover that he, as I mentioned earlier, I said he's a soon to be retired, but not because he wants to be retired. That's because his paper is about to force him to retire, even though he still has stories to tell. He still wants to do more. Well, now he's been told he has one last story he's going to be allowed to do, and this is going to be the story he's going to do. He's going to go to Crownsville and try and break it all down, to try and expose what happened based on what his mother told him, her last dying words about that hospital.
I don't want this to sound like a negative. This totally, from everything that you just said, this totally just sounds like an episode of his Run Fool podcast that he turned into a fucking comic. That's why it does. Okay, Second Chronicle said it. This would be a wild audio drama. Yeah, this totally sounds like an episode of that podcast. A little bit.
Matter of fact, I'd have to go back and look.
I don't know if it is because I don't remember seeing anything like it, but this totally just sounds like one of the episodes. Because I think he might have of his writing. For any of you that are fans of his writing, go listen to Run Fool because he does it. It's a horror podcast, but the stories he tells on there, you can close your eyes and you can envision that being some kind of a series or something like that. But please keep going. This sounds interesting.
I didn't realize he had done so many. Jesus Christ. It's like 86 of these hoes. But no, I'm looking right now. Let me see.
I started with the one he did in Voodoo Village.
That's the one
every drive to work was a new episode of those fucking things.
So I just looked. So I don't see anything that specifically mentions Crownsville, but
that's good.
Basically, that's a. But
that's what it sounded like. This is what he kept in the tuck. That's good.
He kept this one in the chamber. He kept this one in the chamber. But I say all that to set up there is another character, and this is the character I kind of alluded to earlier. He is the other main protagonist of the book, and this is Detective Michael Sims.
Okay.
If you've ever seen a picture of Rodney Barnes, this Negro ain't that far off from Rodney Barnes. Like the whole and because I listened to so much Run Fool and have seen so many interviews with Rodney Barnes, every time this Negro spoke, I kept hearing it in Rodney Barnes' voice. But no, so Detective Sims, he is like the reason why he is drawn in this because once again, he's a homicide detective in the area, but he's also drawn into it because someone is found inside of Crownsville, a security guard who kind of like, just watches over the grounds wherever. The hospital is no longer functioning. It's basically condemned and waiting to be bulldozed, but they have security there just to make sure that, unhoused people don't try and set up shop in there, drug, gang activity, stuff like that doesn't happen there, so on and so forth. Now, there's a security guard who is in there, and he ends up basically turning up dead inside of Crownsville. And it's a cop, a retired cop, actually, who was basically on the beat back when Michael was first breaking into being a police officer. So, like, he has some skin in the game on this. And basically, whereas Paul is like kind of the wide-eyed, hopeful, and while Paul has a very strong sense of like the reality of the world and how it really works, he is kind of the more upbeat character in Crownsville, whereas Detective Sims is more of the cold, hard logic of the pair. But they know each other relatively well enough, like they used to cross each other's paths back on back in the day, but they end up discovering they're kind of working the same deal. They're both looking into Crownsville, and I don't want to spoil this part of it. I think that's something you should find out for yourself. But just the same way that Paul has family that had a connection to Crownsville, Michael also has family that's connected to Crownsville. But how that actually plays out, I want you to find that out for yourself. It's pretty crazy. But to take us another step further is there's a third main character who does. That's why I kind of almost refer to him more as a deuteragonist, because while he is a major player, he's not in the book quite as much as some of the other characters. As a matter of fact, I'm going to just I'll say this much. For the most part, he's basically the launching point for the whole thing. And this is Todd Hicks. Todd is a guy, he wants to be a cop, but right now he's working as a security guard, and he works on the grounds at Crownsville. And this is his new gig. He's gonna be working the third shift. And he's got a family, and he's trying to take care of him. He's trying to do the right thing. He's trying to provide for his family. And we gotta, you kind of have to empathize with this guy, because how many of us have taken shit jobs that we know good and hell well we don't want to do, but we do them because it's what we got to do. There's no alternative. It just, you got to take what you can get around this sumbitch sometimes. And basically, he is the one who kind of finds the whole situation that's going on, the murder that kind of opens up the doorway to the crazy shit that was going on at Crownsville. And it's wacky and wild, and there's also some other characters that that pop up in this, some more to a lesser extent than some others, but they are some of my favorite characters in this book nonetheless. One of those characters is Montana Coates. You'll see her right here in the middle. She is also a security guard at Crownsville. Now, Montana is my favorite character in this book. I'm just going to say this right now, largely because she kind of gave me Loretta Devine vibes a lot of the book. She's not in it as much as the other characters. She's actually in the book probably almost as much, if not a little less, than Todd is, but she becomes a more major character as the book progresses. The book, and by the way, the book is 5 issues. It's a 5-issue mini.
Is she another police officer involved?
She is a security guard. So she, like I said, she also works on the grounds. But here's the thing about Montana, and this is what makes her different from everybody else in the book. She knows the history of Crownsville, and she don't fuck with that shit. Like the reason why, and this isn't a spoiler, but the reason why you don't really see much of her in this book is because she is the one character who has some goddamn sense. She knows that something fucked up happened in that building, and for those who are wondering, like, well, what fucked up thing happened? You say experiments, but here's the thing: the building is haunted. But it's not haunted in an exact way that you might think. But the thing is, she knows enough about it being haunted that she will also tell you, I don't go in there. She says, I patrol the outside. She's like, I don't go inside. Matter of fact, there's a point where, I want to say, is it? Yeah, I think it's here. Bam. Right here. This is like one of my favorite parts of the goddamn book. And they say, she says, like, a lot of nights, I see and hear all kind of things coming straight out of the building, screaming, hollering, crazy faces in the windows, and they ain't coming from the living. And Paul's like, and you still work here? She's like, They stay in the buildings, and I stay in my car, mister. Catch me in one, I've been kidnapped. Because I only patrol the outer grounds. That was the nicest, most polite way to say, hell no, nigga, I don't go in there, man. Look, you best believe somebody put me in that motherfucker if you find
That's
me
funny.
in that
That's
motherfucker.
funny. That reminds me of old boy from 1408 when John Cusack was having problems with the AC and Clay Davis wouldn't walk in the room. Nope, I would tell you how to do it right here. I don't come in here. That was that panel right there, and just look at that little bit. I'm not walking in there. I just told you I'm not coming in here. Okay, that's funny.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. And the thing is, she keeps that same energy pretty much the whole book. Like even actually, I would say pretty much to the end. That's the one thing I will say about the book. She keeps that same energy. She's like, I don't go in there. No. Like you remember the mama on Candyman where you try. She's like, that's her. That's her. She's like, I don't go in there. I love Miss Montana. That's her name. That's Miss Montana right there. I'm just I just go ahead and say that right now. So yeah, I've talked a lot about this. It kind of shown you a little bit. I've only and bear in mind everything I've showed you is only up to issue 2. So so like I said, I don't want to give away too much of the game, but
this on Global Comics?
I believe it is, but like I think it's only on there as single issues. If it is, matter of fact, here, you know what? Let's do the Global Comics check. Let's do the Global Comics check. Let's see here. Because I read this one okay, no, it is not on there. I read this physical from the shop. This is a book that I had in my pull box. So that said, I want to show you not like I said, I'm not going to show you a lot because like I said, there's so much wild and wacky shit that goes on in this that you kind of have to see it for yourself. There's also little callbacks that like if you didn't if you didn't know, if you didn't kind of pay attention, there's little callbacks in the book that kind of harken back to little subtle moments that pop up. And there's a point where and I love how they play with this. This guy's already starting, Todd is already starting to see shit in Crownsville. But the longer he works there, you start seeing here, he's patrolling the hallways. Like, once again, he's not outside. He's actually walking the interior of the building. Which is how he found Old Boy. And you see right here, you see how they kind of play, how the lettering kind of plays with it. It's like, oh shit. You hear that giggling?
I love that you hear the giggle and you just see him run immediately.
Immediately strike out. And here's the thing. I want to make something clear. This Negro, he's the whole time leading up to this, he's basically telling himself, this shit ain't real. This ain't what I'm just seeing shit. He hear that shit, struck out. And the thing is, like I say, you just, all you see is just that giggling. And the thing is, it's also, I like I said, this shit, it just looks so good. It just looks so good. And every page really is just like, oh my God, just so good. I love how, like it has like a cleanness and a roughness to it at the same time. I love shit like that. But no, to take it a step further though, when I tell you, and this won't be a secret, but when I tell you that, when I tell you this motherfucker is like kind of a ghost story a little bit, it is, but it's also got some wild shit going on. Like if you read Killadelphia, the types of like wild and zany looking shit you would see, yeah, you're gonna see it like right here is when he's running and he turns that corner. This is what he ends up seeing. And the thing is, and while these kids
It's like that is why that girl stays in her car.
right? She's like, look, she said, if you see me in the building, I've been kidnapped and placed in the building. That's why she said that. Now, these children are horrifying. And the thing is, they are keenly aware. They are keenly aware of what happened to them. They are keenly aware of the torture and horror that was inflicted upon them. And they are not nice as a result of this. But the thing is, and this, you kind of have to go a little bit further into the story to kind of get this information. So I don't want to really go too far into that part of it. But just know that the commentary surrounding how, why, and when these children were snatched up and done the way they were done, it is very much rooted in racism, bigotry, and white supremacy. It is very much rooted in a commentary that has something to say about how Black people were disenfranchised and seen as the types of people that no one would give a fuck about, or kind of hearkening to the Tuskegee experiments, how they did that shit to Black people. Cause like, and for multiples of reasons behind like, Black people, they can take so much more pain, or, they can do this, they can do that. Oh, they're different from us, so on and so forth. That type of bullshit, it's all rooted. It's all rooted in that. This book has a lot to say. It has so much to say. And I also, I'm not going to talk about the ending of the book because, once again, I want you to go read this. You need to. I'm sorry, just it is what it is. But what I really love here is that this book's not going to end the way you think.
So does that mean? And you don't have to tell the ending, of course, but
right.
That was going to be my question to you for everyone. Does it stick the landing?
Yes, I think so. Now, I will say it does do something. There is one little teeny tiny little aspect of it. I do feel like it kind of, I won't say rushes to the end in the last issue, but things do kind of like jump ahead just a little bit faster than I kind of wish that it would have taken just a teensy bit more time in how the situation comes to a close. But I will say this, they do leave it open-ended for more story to be told. Whether it may not be the same story, but it will be more related to the facility of Crownsville itself. And whether or not it's going to be the same characters or different characters, or if it's going to be kind of like one of those like twin, like kind of like almost one of those like kind of like a Twin Peaks vibe, or like, or I'll even use Lovecraft Country as an example, because like in Lovecraft Country, they kind of jumped around a bit, like from like focusing on different characters. It could potentially be that. That's all I'll really say. But I loved how I'll put it like this. So if anyone in this chat has seen the movie The Girl with All the Gifts, which, by the way, phenomenal movie. If you've never seen it, The Girl with All the Gifts, fantastic fucking movie. Oh my God, that movie is so good. Criminally under talked about movie. Oh my, Carter, have you seen The Girl with All the Gifts?
Never heard of it.
Okay, you need to watch it. It's in the thing. Girl with All the Gifts. It kind of functions under a similar umbrella. I'll put it like that. Without going any further. But basically, it was the movie The Girl with All the Gifts is about an alternate take on a zombie apocalypse, where children were experimented on as a result of all that. But like the way the children are, like the way they act in that movie is very similar to how the children act in this book. There's times where they seem really playful and very nice, but at any moment the ghosts of these children could snap on you. And we saw that it's already pretty obvious they've already taken somebody out in the very beginning of this book. Like, that white man didn't. It was almost kind of a commentary on, like, when we hear about, there was a black man found hanging, in the park, the other day, and people were like, oh man, he unalived himself. It was like, no self-respecting black man unalives himself that way. That man was hanged. It was kind of like one of those situations where it was like they did it to this person, but it's like everyone's like, man, he took himself out. I was like, no, the kids did it. The kids did it to him. It tackles a lot of things. It really hits at the heart of white supremacy in some ways. I think few comics actually do. And in ways similar to if you've read Killadelphia. If you've read Killadelphia, you'll kind of see some of that as well. But yeah, Crownsville is one of those books. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of sad that it wasn't like a book that was just gonna continue and continue and continue, like just be like an ongoing, kind of in the same way that Killadelphia was. Man, I'll even say even more so, even though this is a book that hails from Oni Press, which is to say that Killadelphia is an Image title. I could see a universe where these two stories took place in the same realm as one another, just based on the sheer like madness of things that are going on. But these, as far as I'm aware, these two books are not related at all. Outside of this writer,
if they could figure out some way to drag Savage Dragon into my fucking Killadelphia, and then you come with the Marvel assist that is Blackula, stranger things have happened.
You might get Aquagun. You might see the Brutalizer God show up. I'm joking. I'm totally joking. This book is serious as a heart attack. I don't think it would lend itself. Like, to be fair, I said the same thing about Killadelphia. That Killadelphia was serious as a heart attack, and then all of a sudden Spawn and Savage Dragon start showing up. So hey, Rodney can do whatever the fuck he wants. Honestly, I feel like Crownsville, as serious as Killadelphia is, I think Crownsville is even more serious. Like when Crownsville is funny, it's funny because, like, case in point, like that situation I showed you with Montana. Like, it's just like, boy, no, I don't go in there. Like it's like shit like that. That's like kind of like the funny part of it. But like for the most part, the book is dead ass the whole time. And it's also about accountability. That's another thing that I really like about it as well. It's largely about accountability and trying to right past wrongs. Regardless of how far back those wrongs were, and even how you view someone that you cared about, that you discovered was culpable. Even if, regardless of their reasonings or regardless of whether they had a choice or not, the book actually very intelligently tackles a lot of that. Like it takes a really long look at grief and responsibility. And did you really know a person? Until you learn their deepest, darkest secrets. So yeah, like I said, go read it. Matter of fact, go to your shop. Don't walk. Run to your shop. You can still pick this up. Like I said, the 5th issue literally just came out today. It's the 5th and final issue, but I do recommend. It's sad too because it's a book I actually wanted to talk about sooner before it was actually over. But better late than never, in my opinion. You should still be able to get back issues of this, and I'm pretty sure if you go to Oni Press's website, they can get you a copy of the book on some level or another. I do real quick though. I want to see something because usually stuff like this is solicited. It's usually solicited out ahead of time. So
We got one person in the chat, Wood Grain Gundam. He said the trade for this ain't out until the fall.
Yeah, it'll be August 11th of this year.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
I mean, you could wait for the trade, but I would say at the very least, I would, if I were y'all, I would pre-order the trade, or whether it's on Amazon or if it's on Amazon, honestly, you could probably go into your shop if you want to go to your LCS, you want to like support your LCS and support the book at the same time. You could go walk into your shop and say, hey, can you put the trade for Crownsville, put that on my pull?
Honestly,
yeah.
for the people that aren't as introverted and don't mind going to a comic shop, I would tell you to go the comic shop route than the Amazon route, just because your mileage may vary on the quality of your book when it comes from Amazon.
I
So
will
if you can go to your LCS or your Barnes and Noble or your Walden Books, I would much rather you go over there than order some shit from Amazon.
The first time I bought this book, I got it from Amazon, and this shit looked like Wolverine. Like down the spine of this book looked like Wolverine got a hold of it.
Boy, I got 2 of those Essential Judge Dreads on my shelf right now that were supposed to be, they're white magazine size trades. But you know when you wear a white tee, Ernie?
Yeah.
Now you may not know this, but you done seen them kids before. You probably don't let your kid deal with them kids. Them kids who be wearing them white t-shirts, but they've been playing, and then it went in the wash, and then it came out, but didn't quite come out as white as it was supposed to be.
No.
Them Essential Judge Dreads I have over there are 2 specifically that I got from Amazon, and it's that dingy white, like it's been baking under a goddamn lamp for a minute. I got 2 dingy white Judge Dreads over there, thanks to Amazon. So please,
looking like somebody been smoking around it.
Go to your LCS, go to your bookstore, wherever you can find it, as opposed to an Amazon.
Yes.
If you can't go that route, then by all means go the Amazon route. But let that be the last option.
And yes, pre-sale of the trade paperback will help. And once again, and this is an excellent time to say this. Comic sales, digital sales, while I am more of a digital person these days, I will say for books that I want to make sure, like I was actually talking, all roads are going to lead back to this conversation because it was so fresh in my head. But when I was talking to David F. Walker, that was actually one of the things we were discussing during the interview, is that we don't pull every comic that we read. And I even explained that, while I know a lot of people are like, what do you mean you don't pull every comic you read? You've been sitting there telling us to put it on the pull. Why are you? Here's the thing. I'm always very specific about my pull. X-Men, Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, shit like that. Books that I know are always going to sell out. Or not sell out, but books I know are always going to do well on sales. I don't pull those books. I pull the books, like, case in point, I think I talked before, Bitterroot, Black Lightning, Mr. Terrific Year 1, Crownsville is another example, Killadelphia, They Choose Violence. I pull those books.
You don't pull the books that you know are going to always be there. Gotcha.
They're going to be safe. They're safe. Yeah. I pull the books I know aren't safe. Because to me, I would rather support the people who, like their job is not guaranteed. But yes, pre-order. Okay, and also I don't know who needs to hear this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Now that I've said that, walking into a shop and just buying a book, not helpful. That's also why I pull the books that I'm more genuinely worried about. Like, case in point, Spider-Man is always going to sell, no matter how bad it is. Superman is always going to sell, no matter how bad it is. Batman, X-Men, all that shit is going to sell, no matter how bad it is. Now...
You know about the Omni that came out this week, don't you?
What Omni?
That Zeb Wells Spider-Man Omni came out this week. I saw it on the shelf and cracked up immediately.
Why? Why are they like this? Carter, why?
And got split. So it's 2 Omnis.
See, I can't. I swear to God, I can't stand them. You know what? Yeah, I can't stand Marvel sometimes. I'm just gonna keep it a band with you.
Hey man, Spider-Man said, once again, it's on.
Man, right? For real. Like, dude, why are we like this?
I got a question.
Why? Yeah, go ahead, shoot.
I got a question for you. So we got on the we were just on the horror spectrum real quick. I found out recently that there's an anniversary that's either just came or it's on its way to happening. But Skybound just I think is about to have their 3-year anniversary when it comes to the Energon universe.
Oh, yes.
So I wanted your POV on how you feel that since we are about to do this 3-year anniversary, Void Rivals, Joe, Transformers, how about you give us a Energon 3-year report card real quick, real fast. How you feeling? 'Cause we know how you feel about the horror shit. We've always known how you feel about the horror shit. Let's go to Energon real quick and Cobra Commander and Megatron and
I think they're doing a good job. I think Skybound is doing a pretty good job with the Energon universe. I think Void Rivals has consistently been good. I think it's consistently been the best of the bunch. Because in what was Void Rivals, I think it's consistently been the best. I think it's been consistently the best book out of the crop. G.I. Joe has been the reason why I think G.I. Joe is kind of inconsistent is because we kind of started out G.I. Joe with a bunch of minis. But leading up to an ongoing series, and I feel like your mileage varied with each of those 4 minis, and we've gotten to the ongoing, and the ongoing I think has been pretty good, though it has had some mixed bag issues for me every now and then. And Transformers I think has been consistently very good. I think there's only ever really been like maybe 1 or 2 times that I didn't 100% get jiggy with what was going on in the book. And now that they're introducing Mask, which technically, even before they introduced Mask officially, it was already there. The villain of Mask has been in the book before they even started really talking about bringing Mask into the proceedings. I don't have as much nostalgia for Mask as a lot of other people do. I liked the cartoon, obviously, but like I didn't watch it as like avidly as I did many other things. But that said, I'm still interested. So I'm curious to see how that's going to go. And it makes me even more interested in what other Hasbro related properties they'll eventually fold into the Energon universe. Because, I mean, it's clearly successful. It would not have run 3 years if it wasn't. I don't think. I mean, shit. I don't know. Maybe Skybound's on that DC time.
I just said Zimwell Spider-Man. Now you
did. Yeah, you did. I mean, we saw how long that shit ran.
That boy Jeremiah, real quick, he said, I'm trying to figure out why is Bumblebee still dead. I'm pretty sure that Hasbro is trying to stay as far away from Bumblebee as possible. That's why they had Daniel Warren Johnson get him up out of here. So because they're not trying to keep it on Bumblebee, period.
So yeah, basically when Daniel Warren Johnson stepped in, and he's talked about this, when he initially stepped on, he was specifically told not to include Bumblebee like at all. Like no Bumblebee whatsoever.
Yeah, and I think Hasbro is still 10 toes down in that, and now we're sitting on a 3-year anniversary to where we've had no Bumblebee and it's still successful. So like, well, okay, cool. I think
as of issue quality 27, that motherfucker's still laying there dead in the motherfucker.
You did not have to bring that picture up. That is nuts. That is nuts.
He's still laying there. I think
the quality dips.
Yeah, maybe.
might see
Well,
Bumblebee come in real quick just to kind of uptick themselves, but they've been like Ernie said,
Yeah.
they've been consistent.
It's also it should also be stated. I haven't read the most recent issue yet. That's on my stack. That's on my stack to get to. But to my understanding, actually, I haven't read the last 2 issues. If I'm keeping it a buck, keeping it a whole stack with you. Yeah, I think yes, the last couple of issues that I haven't read yet. So I can't speak to anything beyond whatever any of that is. But Megatron didn't show up in the book until it was damn near almost halfway done. More than halfway done, actually. And Megatron's like the main bad guy of Transformers. They just didn't want to rush. They didn't want to rush to that. And honestly, I understand that there's lots of characters like they didn't want to rush to a lot of Hot Rod. They didn't rush to Hot Rod either. They made you wait a while for Hot Rod to show up in Void Rivals. I do love though that a lot of the Transformers the movie characters have been Cup, RC, Hot Rod, Springer. I think Springer showed up before any of the other ones did really. But
Gemini Parks just brought up something. So you got no Bumblebee in Transformers, and you got no Snake Eyes in Joe.
That is also because the thing is, we've gotten Storm Shadow, but no Snake Eyes. And honestly, I'm okay with that too. I'm actually okay with that as well. Because honestly, I feel like the characters that everybody knows, I don't think you should rush to. It's kind of the same reason why, remember when Marvel was talking about, this was back when initially the MCU was talking about, what could the X-Men look like in the MCU? And a lot of the time you'd hear people say, we don't really want to rush to Wolverine. And it's like, good, because there's other characters. And that's actually another good thing. I feel like so many other characters have benefited from them not doing that. Case in point, on the Transformers side of things, Ultra Magnus has gotten way more storytelling than what we might be typically used to seeing from him. Cliff Jumper has gotten a lot of really good storytelling. As not to say he doesn't get it, and other stuff, but Cliff Jumper, I think, got the storytelling that usually most people just be like, nah, give it to Bumblebee instead. They've given more story to Elita 1. And Soundwave has gotten... Hell, Starscream got a whole backstory because Megatron wasn't around. And the same kind of goes for G.I. Joe. We've gotten to learn more about Stalker, Beachhead, and a lot of the other characters. So, I mean, yeah, there is something to be said for it. Now, when those characters do arrive, and that's also... This is another key thing here. You got to make people miss those characters. Yeah. So that when they do finally show up, you're like, oh... Like case in point. When y'all see by the time they finally do show Snake Eyes, by the time y'all finally get Snake Eyes in the Energon universe, I promise you, every last single motherfucker is gonna be like, that's what y'all gonna be like. That is what everybody's gonna be like. They're gonna be sitting there like, oh man, dude, Snake Eyes. Oh my man, Snake. Oh damn, they finally put my boy in here. And the thing is, I love that. I love that. We got to see Soundwave as leader of the Decepticons. Because Megatron wasn't around. We got to see Shockwave calling some shots for a minute there too. Also, Astro Train got some really good storytelling. I was like, dude, I love shit like that. Yeah, keep the motherfuckers away. Keep them motherfuckers away from the Energon universe.
Well, with that being said, brother, do you want to try to pull up some super chats? I want to see if some actually came through for you on Streamlabs. I just saw the boy Gillis Mo's comment.
Yes.
So you want to see if they popped up on Streamlabs?
Yeah. I'm gonna pull them up. I'm actually pulling them up as.
And no, Mojito 88. Daniel Warren Johnson does not hate Bumblebee.
No,
but Hasbro said, no.
No, that was
to Bumblebee. That was all Hasbro, dog.
Yeah, that was just
who hates Bumblebee. No, right now, Hasbro. But no, not Daniel Warren Johnson. No. I will say, I think one reason that you were, I don't want to say whining, but you do tend to whine. I think one of the reasons you don't like how Joe is right now, you're talking about the inconsistencies with Joe right now, is because the writer for G.I. Joe is one half of the DCKO tag team champions, Joshua Williams. I think that's why.
No, it honestly, I think Joshua's done a fantastic job. Like, you know, he had an impossible task, because there's so many fucking GI Joes. There's so many. However, I will say, I'm not absolving him of his fuckery on DCKO, but I also blame Scott Snyder for that just as much as I blame anybody else. Because Scott Snyder be Scott Snydery sometimes, and because we have had because we got tape on both of these white men. We got Night Terrors on Joshua Williamson. We got Death Metal and Justice League. Scott Snyder. We can kind of be like, some of this shit smell familiar, and I'm smelling Scott on this side, and I'm smelling Joshua on this side. Like, it's like I gotta look at me like, yeah, Joshua probably did that shit. Yeah, Scott probably did that bullshit.
That was fun. Funny shade, Shadow Sonic. If you want to see shots being fired,
oh god,
I can give you shots being fired. You matter of okay, I will Ernie load the clip. I'm gonna give you some shots being fired.
Oh man,
Ernie, can you load? Where's the sound?
Oh wait, hold on. Let me get you. Let me get you. Let me get you ready here. Let's little.
Birthright is the only consistently good book Joshua Williamson has written. Ooh.
God damn. I wasn't going to say all that. You know what? I'll tell you this much. I liked his Flash up to a point. Like, once we got past Flash War, I was over it. Like, yeah, so that's what I'll say. And now I want people to understand something. I want people to understand something. That took a while to get there. We're talking like by the time you get to Flash War, on his run, that was up to issue like 45 and 50. 45 through 50 of his Flash book. So, I mean, he got 50 ain't nothing to sneeze at. But after that 50, I was kind of like, all right, yeah, I'm over this shit. Like by the time I got to the end of Flash War, I was like, okay, all right, okay, all right, cool. But I like the stuff he did with there's no Night Terrors of Bossing Side. Y'all ain't shit. Oh, you. But no, that's how I feel about it. That's how I feel about it. And you know what? If it feels this way, so if it feels this way,
shots fired. Shots fired.
I mean, it's true. It's true though. Like I wouldn't lie on the man. It's you know, every now and again, people disappoint you. Yeah, it happens, man. People disappoint me all the time. They disappoint me all the time.
There we go. Super chat.
Oh, real quick, I want to say something before we get to the. Well, actually, let's go ahead and do the super chats. I'm not seeing what Gearless has put in. Like, that's crazy.
So if we can't see him and you still getting charged, it's time to holler at the Bank of Shield now.
Yeah, we need to. Yeah, we need to figure out what's going on there. Because that is strange.
Yeah, it's time to hit up the Bank of Shield now.
That is strange.
Don't let them take your money like that.
Yeah,
don't
please don't.
Like that. Please,
yes, please. Yeah, because I'm like I looked. So what I did was I actually looked in the viewer activity on YouTube. I looked in the recent events on Streamlabs. I was like, I don't see any of it anywhere, like at all. So I don't know. Man, I don't know what the fuck's going on with this shit. That is
okay. Gemini Parks. Here's the thing with that. Birthright, I think, was consistently good front to back, and this is just my opinion. From front to back, I think Birthright was A1. Nailbiter had really hot ups and low lows. Right?
Sound like
So
that.
that's
So they got Boys to Men, like hit that baritone on them.
So that's my issue with Nailbiter. Nailbiter was one of the first things I had read from Joshua, but it didn't keep me anticipating the next issue like Birthright did. And that book I just read, and I think we've all had this issue before where I'm just reading this motherfucker to finish it. That's how I was with Nailbiter, as opposed to Birthright, where, okay, I got to see how he gonna do this, to I gotta see how he gonna do this. You see, you saying the same thing, but they sound completely different. That's what I was doing with Nailbiter. But again, if you all feel completely differently, that's great. That's cool. I'm happy you enjoyed his Flash. I'm happy you enjoyed Nailbiter. I'm happy you enjoyed DCKO. I'm happy you enjoyed his Superman from 2023. But just with me, we went Nailbiter, and it's just it looked like you were upper mid card. Like you might become #1 contender for the big belt at some point, and then you just chilled and you just stayed content going after that Intercontinental Championship. You were satisfied just being one of the longest reigning Intercontinental Champions of all time. World title didn't even really mean nothing to you anymore.
You're the cruiserweight. You're the cruiserweight. You just happy being cruiserweight champion.
I wasn't gonna be that hurtful.
Well, no, just it's actually, if I really would be hurtful, I'd say European Championship. But no, y'all remember the European strap?
You remember when Kurt Angle won both and ran around as the Euro Continental Champion?
Yeah, I remember that bullshit. I was like, bro, what the fuck? So no, real quick, I do want to say, don't get me wrong. I like Joshua Williams' Superman. But even that book was inconsistent. And I think any of y'all who saw my Marilyn Moonlight video, you probably also know why I have a little bit of smoke for that book. Because they did Marilyn Moonlight dirty as fuck. Made her a whole magical Negro. Just like, oh yeah, man, your whole purpose is to save Superman. That's special. That's your job. You gonna save Superman. Fuck out of here with that shit. I ain't gonna lie. I actually maybe kind of dislike Joshua a little bit. I was like, man, fuck this dude. But no, it's fine. It's not fine, actually. But
okay, here we go. And then we can move on. You know who Joshua Williamson is?
What's that?
The Miz.
Ooh, not Mike Mezzanine. No.
First of all, I'm a Miz fan, sir. It's Mizanin.
Oh, Mizanin? Oh, is that what?
Mizanin.
Oh, I don't know. I always in the duo that was his time with John Morrison. I was very much a Morrison man.
Yeah, that's where he is right now. You had Birthright with him main eventing WrestleMania, and then he just went to like the mid card, and then he just
disappeared for a little bit.
He just here.
But
Ronan Rafa.
Yes.
Keep up the amazing work that you continue to do.
Man, we try.
Ronan, it is always appreciated, brother. Thank you for the 10, my guy.
This is a good one right here. Mike Manhattan said,
remember the Everest College guy from the 2000s? I do remember that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had it ready because I was like, ooh, no, not Everest College. No. Yeah, I remember that bullshit. Oh my God, dude. Anyway.
Wow, please take that down. We got fast food with the 1999. That's a very dark horse way to spell fast food. That's a very dark horse way to spell that. But thank you for that 1999. I want to get this other one out the way before he gets that fucking jingle. John Battle has been a member of the golden age of Blerd Club for 57 months. He said, so to laugh, not to cry. I watched my truck burn outside of Aldi's Tuesday. Some have said it must have been the burning great deals they have there. It's on Facebook. I don't know whether to laugh at that or to like say my bad, bruh, but how did your truck catch on fire? I can't tell what emotion to show from this, but thank you for the 57 months in the golden age. But
dude, that is crazy.
Now I want to know what deals Aldi had in there. Did you not have to put the quarter in the cart anymore? Was that the burning deal?
I ain't gonna lie. Look, man, I ain't gonna hold you. If my truck burnt up outside of Aldi and they still charged me that quarter for that goddamn cart, we'd have to fight. We would have to fight just off top. I'm sorry. It just there is no fucking way that we ain't fighting after this. But also fast food. Thank you for that. 1999. Streamlabs Super Chat. We appreciate you. Thank you for the love. Also, shout out to anyone new that's coming up in here. Also, shout out to this that I can actually show because it wasn't passed by. But Highlight 915 said, can we send Zack Snyder to the Shadow Realm for continuing to gaslight his cult of DC fans? Man, I'm not going to hold you. I'm kind of sick of Zack Snyder because, like, I used to always tell people that Zack Snyder always struck me as the type of dude who smells his own farts. But and everybody used to always try to say, "Oh man, you're being out of pocket, man. He's a good dude, man. His daughter unalived herself. You need to be nicer to him." Okay, first off, lots of people have lost people in lives. Maybe not the exact same way, but that isn't a blanket excuse to always be nice to someone who is clearly a fucking jackass. Like, I hate it for him. I hate that his daughter is no longer among us. But here's the thing. Even if she was, he'd still be an asshole. He'd still be a piece of shit. So that does not exempt him from getting checked. So
don't know that man like that. I was just gonna say that out of 3 movies, you got one decently good one out of them 3. I wasn't gonna bring up none of that. I don't know the man personally to call him an asshole.
I mean, I don't know him personally either, but I mean, I've just seen like the things he says, like the way that he tries to pretend that his fans aren't fucking psychopaths. Like, even when people were like telling him, they're like, "Hey, man, your fans are like kind of wild, dude. They're like they're sending death threats to people and yada yada yada." He was like, "Oh, they're just very passionate." And try to like play it, even when it came to when it was revealed that like all the people online that were calling for the Snyder cut, that it was just a bot farm, that it wasn't even actual people. It's whatever. I still got to make my movie. It's like, dude,
ain't gonna hurt you, Ernie. You just sound so like the hate is strong in your heart. You need to give credit where credit is due. Rebel Moon was great.
First off,
I even got the YouTube award tweaking in the background off that statement. Look at your YouTube award on camera right now.
Oh, it's been doing that the whole time. That is called the reflection of the ceiling fan. But no, that right there, what you just said.
Right to jail, right away. No trial, no nothing.
Yeah, no. You are out of control.
Stop it. Get some help.
Yeah, no, there is no fucking way. There is no way. You know what? Just for that, Carter, I got to get my chain back. Get my chain back.
Why do you have that? Why do you have
give me my chain back. No, I'm just playing. You can keep it. Man, I have you know what else I forgot to add it to the list, but I want to use this as an opportunity. I wanted to use this opportunity real quick to highlight some stuff. I was actually talking about this the other day on Les Threads. I was talking about this on Les Threads, in case anyone's on Les Threads. I said it jokingly. I love this. I love this. No, this was just another thing I saw on Threads that just made me smile. But no, yesterday I posted this. Because I've been going real hard in the paint talking about our Black indie comics creators. But I said yesterday, I said, look, I love my Black indie comics creators. Love them so much. Love them. Absolutely, I do. But we need to have a Deacon board meeting about spacing these Kickstarters out because nigga about to be broke. and some of y'all might remember Lottery Ticket. But that was the vibe I was on right there. I was like, I can't eat. I'm broke. I can't eat.
I wonder how many people are going to take that to say that, see, look, he won't even, look, now he's trying to stop Black indie comic creators from putting out content, even though he literally said he about to be broke, meaning because he's buying so many of them.
Right?
I wonder how many people not finna just use their reading comprehension and gonna be mad at that.
Oh no, you know they are. Also, I love the fact that Dear Ears like, fun fact, I made this gift. I knew it would be put to good use by my people. I see. I love shit like this. But yes. But no. Wait a second. Feeling this in our bones. A few years ago, we backed 5 at the same time, and then a surprise 2 more had the wallets looking like Yum Cha laying in the crater. Like that was like literally. And then what was it? I saw somebody else. I don't know if they ever responded. Say, wait, right here. Said, baby, this tax refund only gonna go so far. They said, wait, you getting the refund? I'm about to say shit. I'm like, this shit killing me right here.
Rose out of this. Leave
Rose out of
this.
Wait a minute. I need to go back. I need to go back. I gotta go back and click on some of these. Oh my god. Also, man, a homie Greg Burns said Greg Burns feels this is Tuskegee Airs right here. Greg Burns said, we felt your pain, so with Tuskegee Airs, we're just doing a pre-order on the website, which is sort of the same, but also different. Said about to be snatching my wallet and passing it around. I love this shit. Yeah. So that's where Webtoons and Global Comics come into play because I ain't got that money either. But no, I'm gonna scroll down because I actually did link some stuff. So, wait, Meeple Multiverse said, I really feel like a bunch of folks may have been sitting on a project, saw Dakota response, and hit launch. Man, I ain't gonna hold you. Man, I actually think that might be true.
Y'all asses came out like Gross Sisters.
Man, come on. Hand it over. Hand that wallet over. But what was it? It says call to land solo. Yep. So I have to limit myself to no more than 2 Kickstarters a month. 2 Kickstarters a month, which really means no more than 4. Yeah. He said, and then Midnight Comics, because I was actually talking about Midnight Comics the other day, because they have and we're actually talking about here in just a moment. They have a Kickstarter up, and they said, I swear, every time we try to move the date to avoid someone, we run into 5 more. I mean, I'm just saying. He's I feel the same way, man. Good problems. Yeah, that's 6:15 right there, and that's Ray Anthony Height right here. He's like, you know what time it is, because he just had one not too long ago. So earlier this year he had, or was it last year? Basically, it was him, Ray Media, and like 2 or 3 other motherfuckers I had. And I was like, when I saw my bank account, like I think it all kind of fell right around the time that we got the YouTube money came in, and that shit went like, woo. Also, this right here, Tosh. This is Tashi right here. Yeah, she's one of the main. She's one of the main people. Literally one of the HNICs at Midnight Comics. She was like, I promise we be trying. But I was like, hey, and I even said it down here. I said, hey, I like those kind of problems. I like these kind of problems. So, I mean, like I said, it is what it is. Also, man, shout out to Dan Exclaims. I don't know if Dan is in here right now, but it says, sidebar, Lottery Ticket is a great movie. Rest in peace, Savage. Talking about Charlie Murphy. Oh, man. Wait, this right here, for those who don't know, this right here, this is Imatropia Comics. They got you might, maybe, I would like to believe, maybe possibly at the very least, heard of one of their books. They do have a Kickstarter coming, because I was like, literally, I just saw the laugh and said, please tell me yours ain't this week too. And they said, don't look at me. Mine is on March 25th. So, but there are some great ones out this week. So I mean,
shout out to LL Melvin, because he hit the nail on the head. That boy said these Kickstarters popping up like gremlins.
Man, for real. But also, someone did ask me, Dreadlock Black said, do you have like a top 5 for us? And I did actually leave some links down here. I actually need to go back through and add these. But a friend of the channel, John Cooley's got a book up right now. And some of y'all, if you saw my Storm video, you probably saw me talk about it. But it's called Rise of the Golden Dragon. Issue number 3 is up on Kickstarter right now. This is a really good one. It's basically kind of like a reimagining of Barry Gordy's The Last Dragon, but like told in a really fun way. And John Cooley's one of my Memphis people, so just so y'all know. And not to mention, you does a lot of good for the black indie comic scene and doesn't advertise it. That's all I'm gonna say. He has done things for people in the black indie comic sector that I'm just like, bruh. Like I said, I'm just saying. Anyway, go check it out. Also, David F. Walker got his book up. The Monster of Blackenstein, not to be confused with Blackenstein. That's up on Kickstarter right now. Go check that out. I also added, this is actually one of our own right here. The Nighthawk book. Go check that out. This is from one of Earth's mightiest subscribers right here, doing really good. Just doing the good work. Just holding it down. And then you meant earlier, let me do this in real time. Bam. Okay. There you go. That's another one right here. Dreadlock Black. We're add his in there on the list too. But I'm gonna get to that one here in just a moment. Said right here. This is Tales from Midnight. This is a 5-year omnibus of everything that Midnight has put up. Midnight Comics. So the way it works, if you back it, there's a smaller book you can get, and it has like some introductory tales from some of the Midnight Comics crop that you can read. But it's like, I think the book is like maybe, I think it's over 100 pages. I can't remember the exact number, but like they have a big ass omnibus that's like 600 plus pages. And it's literally like literally the entirety of 5 years of Midnight Comics, which is insane. Fucking insane. I do highly recommend go back it. Also, let's get down here. This is the one that I did not know about. But no, right here, I'm hoping I'm saying this correctly. Zufan, it says African futuristic graphic novel. I'm gonna click on this one because, like I said, this is the one that I actually don't know a whole heap of a lot about. But yes, this one right here. Oh, and you know what? I think it literally funded last night. Damn. So yeah, it did very, very, this one did very fucking well. So I missed out on this one, but it looks like you can still get it on the late pledge. Also, I love this right here. I see that. You see that? See that right there? Y'all see that?
Who is Al?
Exactly. But no, because some of y'all might know this. I recently got into a little bit of not a huge beef, but because I didn't really go too terribly deep into it, but myself and Jay Penumbra were talking about some people using AI to promote their comic. And I love that was put there.
My bad. Jazz said it said A1. My bad.
Oh, it's
No
A1. Oh,
A1.
no A1. No A1 included. I like that. I like that. But no, this actually looks really cool. I'm gonna try and see if I can get on a late pledge on this. We'll do that here in just a moment. But it looks cold. It looks cold as fuck. Also, I love it. Look at this shit right here. Look at that. Yeah, no AI. I love to see that shit. Love to see shit like that. We don't like AI. But no, there was a book that had it was somebody that was wanting to promote their book. And the book itself is not made with AI, but they made an AI video to promote the book. And in there, you know, like on Kickstarter, you have like a video at the top. The video they had, the majority of the video was the AI shit. And then people tried to claim that, oh, you're being out of pocket, da 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 da. It's not like he's using the book, but I was like, here's the thing though. He is not selling you the book as it is. There's like, I looked in the video, there's only like maybe 2, maybe 3 shots from the actual comic, and they are very quick. I think it's actually more than fair to say that at least 95% of his video was the AI shit. And I was like, dude, I don't like that. And his excuse was, well, I just wanted, it was really cool to see my characters talk. I was like, cool. You just fucked up air quality and water for a whole group of people because your raggedy ass want to see your characters talk. Cool. Thank you. Anyway. Yeah, neither here nor there. No, this I'm gonna be getting in on. Matter of fact, here I'm gonna take my screen down because I don't want y'all seeing my shit. I'll mind you, but don't be pocket watching me, goddammit. I don't like it.
We're talking about books that are going to come out that he finna try to get. What did you read this week?
Oh man, I read a lot of Green Lantern Corps. But mostly because I'm playing catch up. I was actually behind. I was behind because when
that's next week is what you
that's next week. Yeah. Well, it was because of the Starbreaker shit.
Yeah.
I fell behind because of Starbreaker shit because I wasn't really reading main Green Lantern, and you have to read main Green Lantern.
Oh.
Because it's one of those like it'll do like Green Lantern, and then next week tune in for Green Lantern Corps. Oh well, then at the end, go to Green Lantern to see what happens next. And there was something that happened, like a major thing that happened, and it didn't happen.
See, I strictly have only been Green Lantern Corps, so I didn't know that.
Yeah. Also, for anyone who is curious, for Zufan, that is it's $54 for to pledge, and if you do it. I'll pull this up because you're not going to see any of my info. But if you do that, that gets you the graphic novel hardcover, and you get the PDFs in both English and Americ. And you get your name listed, free US shipping, and if you're international, you will be charged. But yes, so this is what they have, a library and teacher retailer edition down here too. Not gonna hold you. I almost slick want to do this. We'll see. I don't know. Don't be pocket watching me. Leave me alone. Mind here.
Pocket sand.
Mind your goddamn business. Get away from me. But no. Let's see. Where to go? I wanted to show y'all a couple. There's a couple of others. We got another one here. Where to go? Where to go? Oh, here. This is when I actually have to. Look up. I'm gonna kind of just real quick. Where to go? Here, I'll show you this one. The homie right here. Gary Jones. This was his. Which is a Nighthawk. This is what I was telling y'all about earlier. Gary's cool dude. I talked to him a lot on Threads. Really cool dude. And basically his book kind of has like a little bit of a manga vibe to it, but in color, it's good shit. I like it. Just a little bit I've read thus far. I was like, you know what? I was like, I'll get down with this. it kind of like, I don't know. It looks like a pretty neat little deal. Not to mention, I love seeing black superheroes. So, you know, I don't know. This is what I jumped in on. And then this is the one right here. This is Monster of Blackenstein. This is the one David F. Walker, one of the co-creators of Bitterroot. This is his book right here. You'll probably see an interview with me talking to him very soon. But my man's out here with the Joe Jusko cover that's going to be coming with the book, which looks fantastic. Just absolutely just looking good. And then, you know, you've also got, I love that they actually included the process on here for some of these pages where you can actually kind of, ooh, God, I didn't mean to do it like that. But you can actually see a little bit better of the pages and stuff. They're also going to have a silent version of the book that's going to be in black and white. I got both. So, yeah. 40-page one shot. There's also going to be like some backup story stuff I think is going to be in there. Just it's crazy. And then they also got like variant covers and stuff like that. Like I said, just all around, just good shit. I love to see it. This is the type of stuff I live for. If I'm keeping it a band with you. And then this one right here, this is, I didn't mean to zoom in. There we go. This is one right here. John Cooley's right here. Rise of the Golden Dragon. This is one that actually I'm about to back this right now. And like I said, man, just I also loved it because I remember when I actually first met John, we actually were laughing about it's manga, man. It's manga. You're in Memphis. But no, love it. Absolutely fucking love it. Book is fantastic. Go check it out. Also, I don't know if y'all know this jacket. You can actually get this jacket as part of the Kickstarter, which I'm gonna try.
Expensive is that motherfucker?
Shit, I don't remember, but I know it is here. Actually, here, let's look down. Let's look down.
When I hear stuff like that, I already know. Oh, okay, this they finna be busting heads for that. Because did you see the thing about even though this is a comic book and that's a video game?
Right.
Did you see the Resident Evil collaboration with a watch company you could get?
Yes,
Leon?
I saw that shit. It was ridiculous. That shit was ridiculous.
Yeah. For y'all that don't know, basically Resident Evil did a collaboration with this watch company for a watch that Leon is wearing in Resident Evil 9. It's just two bands. That's all.
Yeah, it's two bands. No, nothing to worry about. No, this right here, this is actually it right here. This one, it's a $250 pledge. But you're also getting the comics and you're also getting like some other shit in with it as well. And I think you might even be able to just get the jacket separate if you want to get like a different tier. I'm not 100% on that yet, but yeah, I'll put it like this. I saw when I saw John wearing it, I was like, here, I'll actually show you where. Yeah, like John got the jacket on like right here. Let me see if I can actually find where he's like, yeah, like there it is, like bam. Like that's the jacket right there. So
when I want to cosplay as Leroy from Tekken, I got to buy this some more.
Yeah, you sure fuck do, baby. Like I said, look at this shit.
Yeah, we got more of these, so you can get all this good loot if you meet the right levels.
Just saying.
I'm already not gonna buy no more just from the voice he used in that video. You lost the player just that quick. What? That voice? It sounded like he was trying to hold in a poot or somebody punched him in the stomach before he spoke. One thing I do want to ask you, because I saw this question for you, and I want to put you in the hot seat. I want to put your ass in the hot seat.
Sure, go ahead.
I feel like I already know the answer to this question.
Oh, go ahead, please.
Blerd Without Fear. How do you feel about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles now that Gene Wen Yang is on the book? How do you feel about the Turtles since the new writer?
I'm actually behind an issue or two, but I mean, I like it so far. I mean, it's different. Like it acknowledges the shit that has happened thus far, but at the same time, I do feel like they're still suffering from some of the same problems they had before. Like when I say problems, I'm talking about like the problems that the Turtles have amongst themselves. I feel like they're still suffering some things that I feel like maybe we should have moved past by this point. But But yeah, I mean, do I like it as much as what came before with Jason Aaron or the stuff that came with Sophie Campbell, so on and so forth. I mean, time will tell. Time will tell. I'm not 100% certain yet. Like, this is one of those runs where I'm like, okay, all right. Like, it's getting there. It's getting there. I think for me, it's still kind of finding its footing for me, but I still enjoy it. If that's what anyone is wondering. I just haven't talked about it very much because honestly, I've just been super fucking busy. Because I made a video I shot a video rather that I'm waiting on a Robo to wrap up. Basically explaining the process of how I made a comic to try and help other people figure out how to make their own and maybe give some tips and some ideas about that. Maybe learn from my mistakes, learn from the things that I discovered while doing this. Maybe give some best practices and whatnot. And I've also been working on like various and sundry like other random shit. Yeah, it just depends on, the day. But yeah, also like writing. I've been doing a lot of I've been going back in doing I've been going back and doing drafts, doing like more drafts on scripts. There's like some stuff that I'm tightening up just from things I learned and some criticisms I got from the first book. And also going through and kind of doing the same thing with some other stuff that I'm working on, and trying to also spending a lot of time trying to lock down artists for other shit, and editing interviews. There's been that. So trust me, any video you get from me this week or next week is a miracle that it happened. That said, I do want to take a moment because I feel like we gave you a pretty solid recommendation in Crownsville.
Yeah.
Real quick, I do want to tackle some. I'm almost positive we probably have at least one or two questions in the Discord.
Yeah,
that I want to hit.
And I got a recommendation for you all next week. I just want to finish the first book first. And then we'll have that discussion. We'll for sure have that talk.
Ooh, what you got?
I tell you when we're done. I tell you it's something. It's something at Boom Studios. But I want to wait until I'm finished, and then I'll speak on it so I can keep my streak of good recommendations. What you mean you gonna see me in the streets? What's that? What comic shop are you gonna see me in? Because I ain't going nowhere. I'm sick as hell. That's why I've been either at work or at the house. You might not see me in the streets. If you see me in the streets, you might not want to see me in the streets because I'm apparently insanely contagious. And you got to give me some weeks before you see me in the streets. We got two questions. We got two questions in the chat. Morning. This first one is from Qdoma. He said, morning to you, Carter and Ernie. Hope you're doing good and feeling healthy. I am not.
He is not. I am
not. I'm glad the new history of the DC universe, the Dakota incident, is doing well. I got my pre-orders of 3 covers a while back. Shout out to the writers who made it possible for us to have this. It has now been 1,117 days since DC Comics has had an ongoing black character in their main continuity. This is from the 7th. This is from last week when he said this.
Right. So yeah, that's like this is in the 20s now.
Add some more days there.
Yeah, it's 11.
Likes up people.
It's 24
and
now.
Support my black creators. My question to you both is, how long has it been since we have had an ongoing comic for an Asian character or Native American from the big two?
It's been
Asian.
So Shang-Chi had one.
Yes.
That was and so did Iron Fist, because Iron Fist is Asian now.
Of course. But see, those were 2 easy ones, so I was trying to go Marvel. I think the last time they had a book for an Asian character, this just off the top of my head, it was that Superman book.
It was Super Dash Man. It was something. I forget his name. Something Kong. Or something. Or something.
It was the S, but it was the yin and yang. I think that was the last time. But that's just off the top of my. I could be completely wrong for that. Native American. Oh boy, I think
that's
with
been
Marvel,
longer.
I think she was Native
Actually.
American.
I take that back. That Iron Fist book was not an ongoing series. It was a 5-issue mini.
I'm trying to think though. I think that woman was Native American. I feel like she was.
Which
Marvel,
one?
it was a Ghost Rider series. But this is like, oh God.
Was it a solo or a team book?
No, it was a solo because it was Johnny Blaze training this woman as the Ghost Rider. This was Jeff Parker, Red Hulk. This was during Flash Thompson, Venom. I feel like that woman was Native American. I have to look that up, but I feel like that was around.
That was Kushala. I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, was it Kushala? Yeah, it was Kushala. Yeah, it was. Well, okay. So what she had was an Infinity comic. It was called Ghost Rider Kushala. They did have Spirits of Vengeance, Spirit Rider, but that was a one shot. That was a one shot. The Kushala Infinity comic was a thing, and I think that was like 8 issues. But once again, that's an Infinity comic that didn't go to print. And she showed up in like random other shit here or there. But she was in Doctor Strange and the Sorcerer Supreme more than she was anything else. Oh, Echo. Yeah, Echo is Native American. I don't remember how long any of her series actually ran, though.
Okay, that was the other book I was thinking of. This was during Marvel Now. Red Wolf. That was another one I was thinking about.
Oh, wait, but here's the thing. I wonder, was it an ongoing?
I can't remember if Red Wolf was an ongoing. I remember it was during Marvel Now.
Yeah, I don't think it was. Here, I'm out here. You know what? Let's dispel myth. So Red Wolf, that was a miniseries. That was a mini, that and like I said, that's gonna be par for the course for a lot of it. Echo, while she has appeared in a great many things, an ongoing series, not one of them. She appeared in a lot of Daredevil. She was in a lot of Avengers. She's had like a one shot here or there, but she is yet to have had her own book. So yeah, so I want y'all, and this is okay. So, and this kind of speaks to the greater problem at large. So there's a reason why we made this website. Rather, Jay Penumbra had this website made. I just talk about it. If you think that it's crazy we haven't had a Black-led ongoing series in main continuity of DC Comics in 1,124 days, imagine what it's been like for Asian people, indigenous people. Hell, Latinos ain't that far off either. Our Latin brothers, sisters, and imbies. It's been a minute since the last Blue Beetle. Reimei Reyes joint. So, I mean, just think about it. If you think that this shit is out of pocket, imagine how everybody else might feel. Now, also think about the fact that if you want to look at it from the perspective, it's not that big a deal. Well, then fine. See my same answer. Well, tell that to the other people who haven't gotten shit.
And that Red Wolf comic so it's 1,100 days for a Black book. That Red Wolf comic I was talking about, for you all that don't know what Marvel Now means, that was like 2015.
Yeah, it's 2015. Yeah.
So
yes, we know Batgirl is an ongoing, but right now I'm talking about Marvel. I'm talking about like we're speaking in generalities. I'm not talking about I'm talking about across the board, because in the case of an Asian led comic, well, Batgirl don't count for Marvel. You see where I'm coming from?
Yeah, Batgirl is fire though. I like that book.
I mean, Batgirl is great. I love
The biggest
Batgirl,
thing
but I
ever.
mean, at the end of the day, you
We
know,
ain't talking about Batgirl.
you can't give cookies to Marvel for a book that's coming out of DC fucking Comics. He's so serious.
All right. Our last question from the Discord is from the Trap God himself, Thanos. He said, top of the evening to you gents. Have you guys ever had a moment when you realized a character or team wasn't for you? You just liked a specific take/version of it. I'm feeling like that after Jason Aaron's Thor run. Haven't really liked any other Thor I've read. Also, thanks for getting me into Philip Kennedy Johnson's Hulk run. That was me that did that. That was always me. I was always reading that book. Nick Klein is putting his whole foot in that art. Like, like I'm gonna put my foot in y'all ass if these likes don't start going up. Yes, I have felt like that before.
Yes.
What's a good example here? Oh, no, because then I don't want to join Ernie on the I hate Jed McKay train. See, I liked Thor when Jason Aaron did it. That's what got me on it. And then I wasn't reading Thor there for a bit. And then Donnie Cates took over and I started reading Thor again. And I ain't read a Thor book since. But here, okay, you know what? Here you go. Imperial Guardians from Dan Abnett. Last time I'd read a Guardians of the Galaxy book was when Bendis did it.
Yeah.
You know,
that was back when Iron Man was on the book too, wasn't he?
Yes, it was. What's another one? What's another good one I can get? Oh shit! Here's an even easier one. Venom. I absolutely love Donnie Cates' Venom stuff. Nothing has been up to par to me since Donnie Cates got off that book.
Yeah,
not a one. Not a one.
Venom is a very good example. I would also go as far as say, I felt that way about Green Lantern Corps for a while. Like I did, or I'll say just Green Lantern shit in general. I talked about this when I was talking to Morgan Hampton. Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps is the most I've ever liked Green Lantern anything. Not to say I didn't like some of the stuff that came before, but it was like, to me, Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern Corps was peak Green Lantern. There was never going to be any Green Lantern that was going to be better than that. And then, of course, later, while I did love Green Lantern War Journal, and now I kind of look at that story with a little bit of a different attitude in light of some things that came out in the more recent issues of Morgan Hampton's Green Lantern Corps series. I've actually been thoroughly enjoying the Green Lantern Corps that that's running right now. But I have a feeling that if the book were to continue on and eventually Morgan was no longer on the book and someone else came on to write it, I probably wouldn't like it as much. I'm just keeping a buck with you because my mileage with Green Lantern shit varies wildly.
You know what? One of the books that we have constantly praised was The Power Fantasy.
Yep.
From Kieran Gillen. So I really enjoyed Loki, Agent of Asgard from Al Ewing.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed Kieran Gillen's Young Avengers with Kid Loki on the team. So I went back and I bought the Loki Journey into Mystery run that Kieran Gillen did with Kid Loki. It was a stinker to me.
That's fair.
I have not gone back to that book since. That's another one that's gonna have to go with that Scott Snyder Justice League and that Blood Hunt. It's got to go to the gulag. So yeah, I think it's not a bad thing. Ooh, wait, Blade.
Brian Edward Hill's Blade's the only Blade I've really liked ever.
That's the only one that's been a consistently good book.
Well,
and even he had 5 issues that weren't up to par in that goddamn Red Band that came afterwards.
Yeah. Like, and there's some people who love that Red Band book. I'm not one of them. But no, I used to say this shit all the time. Blade comics used to be hot ass.
And that's why there were so few of them.
Few of them, yes. Because like the first, okay, so you had Tomb of Dracula, which I mean, that's technically it's a Blade book sort of, but it's really more about Dracula, obviously based on the title. But then like when Blade stepped out and started getting his own book, like right around the time the movie came out, that was just a one shot, and then they did like a little 2 or 3 issue something after that, and then they did like I think there was like something else kind of in between, and then they had like the Mark Guggenheim shit, which where they basically made it where by the way, this character that you've known as being black the entire time that he's been a character in existence. Oh, by the way, his daddy's white. His daddy's Lex Luthor.
Ooh. Matter of fact, let's stay on DC. I got one right now. I'm not going to say Ernie going to have a fucking fit, but here we go.
Oh, go for it.
I really enjoyed what I read from Philip Kennedy Johnson on Action Comics and that War World stuff. I also enjoyed New 52 Superman. And I know that's going to have people lose their mind, right? Those are the only 2 the Superman Clark Kent books that I have enjoyed, that I have read. That Peter Tomasi stuff, that Ernie no.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. See?
I mean, I get it. I get it. For me, that's actually how I feel about a lot of Superman stuff. Peter Tomasi's Superman is actually, I don't like a lot of Superman shit. Like you take me back to the Triangle era of Superman and I'll be like, okay, cool. I'm cool here. But like if you start taking me like past that point, I'm like, man, New 52, trash. The shit leading up to New 52, trash. All that Action Comics and whatever bullshit before that, trash. I didn't really start liking Action Comics till Philip Kennedy Johnson was on it, and I felt the same way about Detective until James Tynion got on, and when what was the other one, and then Tom Taylor after that.
You know what?
So,
Okay. See, Shadow Sonic, you done it again. Carter be saying some controversial stuff. I say it because we're potting. I say it on purpose, but I'm finna give you a good one. I'm finna give all you DC people a real good one. This one finna have me getting cussed out. I know it is.
Oh, God.
You want to know what I think was one of the better team books during New 52? Who I think is one of the better team books that I don't feel like any other book has really been able to beat. I give you another one.
What's that?
Superman, Wonder Woman.
No, but for real. I mean, that's fair. I would have said Justice League Dark, or is what would have been my answer. But no, there were a lot of books that were straight up dog shit during New 52, and I'm sorry, but Superman gets to sit right there with it. It just like there's. I'm sorry. There's some books I just don't like. And it's not like every book is fucking perfect. They're not.
Correct. Like Grant Morrison's Action Comics. No, sir.
No.
Had you said Greg Pak's Action Comics,
I'd have said I'd have gave it to you.
I'd have gave it to you, but
no.
Not Grant Morrison. Sorry.
Well, even the same goes for people love Grant Morrison's Batman, and I'm just like, excuse me. Okay, I mean, I guess. I remember when people were shitting on Tom King's Batman, and I was like, man, Grant Morrison Batman right there. Grant Morrison Batman is right there.
I wonder how many people finished that Chip Zdarsky run, and then they looked at Tom King's run and was like, yeah, I didn't have to disrespect you.
Right? I'm about to say, Tom, if you want to know, I have one criticism of Tom King's Batman run, and it's the Batcat wedding shit. And I'm not talking about them being together. I didn't give a fuck about that. That didn't bother me at all. It was the whole treatment of the wedding. Like the whole proceedings of it was completely unnecessary. But like the book itself was good. I thought the book was good. But yeah.
And I think that was more DC than Tom King. That's why they let him do those 12 issues, that Black Label book, Batman Catwoman, because that Black Label book was technically it's supposed to be like the end of his Batman run. But I feel you know. I feel you.
It was a New 52 Flash.
That was Francis Manapul and Brian Bucciolato. Everybody loved that run.
Yeah,
everybody praised that fucking run.
I liked it, but I'm gonna say something controversial. I don't think it was the most consistent book. I don't think it was. It wasn't like it was good, but it wasn't consistently good. Not to me. I did enjoy it, and you know what? Really, we have Francis Manapul and Brian Bucciolato to thank for a lot of the Flash CW stuff, because they literally just lifted whole ideas from that New 52 Flash and put it on CW. But even the bad shit, even the bad shit they did at CW, like that whole even what was it, the Savitar shit and all this other stuff. Yeah, they were just pulling all kind of wild shit from New 52. But yeah, man, like there's just some books that I look at and I go, no, I'm good.
Well, those are the only two questions we got in Discord. We actually good. What?
Man, I'm gonna say something ugly. I'm gonna say something ugly, and people gonna think it's a hate crime. Black Lightning. Black Lightning year one.
Yeah,
that is the only Black Lightning that exists to me.
You didn't like? Wait. Hold on.
I like the newer series. The newer series that came out, that's good.
You the one told me to get this. You the motherfucker who told me. No, that one's a good. That's a good. Wait, you the one that made me spend my ducats on getting this goddamn book.
No, I liked it, but I think Black Lightning year one is still consistently the best Black Lightning book. That shit that came in the middle, Cold Dead Hands, they could have kept that. They could have kept that Cold Dead Hands. I didn't need that.
Where is Brandon Thomas? Somebody tweet Brandon Thomas right now. He is violating. He told me to buy this because this was just heat from Brandon Thomas, and now he gonna sit. I
said it was good
live in living color. Now he changing his words.
Good. I said it was good.
Where are the wins? That motherfucker told me to purchase this with my own bands, and then gonna say Black Lightning year one.
I love Black Lightning year one. Well, no, I say Black Lightning year one is consistently the best one because, like, to me, it's actually there's issues I have with the Black Lightning mini, and I've been vocal about that. Like the shit that they did where like he was getting into it with like Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. They were trying to police how he raised his kids, shit like that. Well, yes, there were some valid concerns that were in there. The way that they did it, I didn't like. The way that it was handled, I didn't really like. Now, you want to talk about, like, yeah, overall, yeah, it would be year one, the most recent one. But every other Black Lightning that came before, no, thank you. It's like the original Black Lightning run is good for its time. But looking at it under the lens of back then, yeah, sure, it's great. But like looking at it under the lens of today, I have issues with that run too. the fact that the shit that they did with the interactions with Superman and having the mystical magical Caucasoid in his midst and all this other shit, I didn't care for much of any of that. And Cold Dead Hands, I just didn't care for. It was one of those books that I think when it originally came out, I liked it because I didn't know any better. And now I know better. Now I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good. Thank you, Jenny. But no thank you at the same time. But no, that said, shit. I just thought about, ooh. Oh, man. Nah, not that one. That one's fine. I was thinking about another one. But
what were you looking at? What are you talking about?
So, I mentioned Justice League Dark earlier. And you remember they brought Justice League Dark back.
Yeah, James Tynion did.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. It didn't do it, that Justice League Dark. It was alright.
Okay, so you specifically like the new 52 iteration.
Yeah, I like the new 52 Justice League Dark infinitely better. Like I will take the fucking Pepsi challenge with new 52. Justice League Dark versus DC Rebirth. Justice League Dark. But yeah, that's how I feel about that.
Okie dokie. I can actually help you with this one, Mike Manhattan, because Ernie will go off on a damn tangent. When you say Grant Morrison's Batman, which Batman book are you talking about? Because Morrison wrote like 4 or 5 of them. He talking about all of them. he talking about all of them.
So
that's why he laughing. That's why he cracking the fuck up. He talking about that whole shebang bang.
Yeah. So, but I reserve specific heat for like Batman Rest in Peace. Like that. I fucking hate that book. But like, if I bumped into Grant Morrison in real life, I would literally look them in the eye and tell them, "Yeah, you slick responsible for me being sick of Batman for a while." And also Scott Snyder made it worse. Because when New 52 Batman came out, not super terribly long after, some of the plot points that Grant used in Batman Rest in Peace, Scott went back and reheated them leftovers for the Court of Owls. I was like, oh, okay, all right. So we just gonna slander the Wayne family name just just back to back, huh? We gonna slander it in new continuity and old continuity. This is what we gonna do, huh? That's what's hot in the streets, huh? Okay. All right. Bet. Yes. Thank you. Yeah. Mike just said it right here. RIP was Court of Owls before it literally was. I challenge anyone. If you think that Batman Court of Owls is the most original comic in Batman history, go back and read Grant Morrison's Batman Rest in Peace and then keep that same energy. It's the same. The only difference between Rest in Peace and Court of Owls is that in Rest in Peace, there is no Talon. There's no Talon running around. I mean, you have the Batman of Zur-En-Arrh like as a thing, but I mean that's also just Bruce being crazy.
I'll ask you this, and then we can go ahead and get out of here. You're not keeping up with Absolute Batman anymore. Do you know they made Martha a fucking Talon? Or she was formerly a Talon.
Yeah, I saw that bullshit. Well, and also saw the Court of Owls as something like it's a very different entity. In Absolute versus main continuity.
Why did Grant Morrison have to be on the dope while writing Batman?
Right?
Why Grant Morrison got to be high? Why do they have to be on the meth while writing Batman?
Right?
Why couldn't he just want to do a far out there story, Black Phoenix? Why he got to be on the marijuana? Why you got to be on
right? I'm just saying, like right here, this is the Court of Owls was written by Bath Salt and Haley Lunatic. Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Morrison was high as giraffe pussy when he was writing that shit.
And on that note, I think that's the show. I think that's what. Do you got anything on the agenda, Blerd Without Fear? Jesus.
Yes. I will be, like I said, yeah, keep an eye out for the David F. Walker interview. It's a really good one. It's a long interview, but it's a really good one. I talked to David for almost 2 hours. I didn't even realize we were talking that long by the time that I looked up and saw the time. We talk about Blackenstein mostly, but we do talk about like his experiences at Marvel, DC. He gets very candid about it. He gets very candid about how he feels about Marvel and DC. We also talk about the Black Indie Comics issue that's cropped up more recently. We've got to briefly talk about some of the discourse surrounding the Dakota incident. He also will answer a very huge question and give some musings about the future of Bitterroot. And maybe what to expect and maybe possibly when to expect it. And even I think he even kind of briefly talks about if memory serves, he even kind of briefly talks about the potential for a Bitterroot movie to still happen. There's a lot of really good shit in there. Like I said, it was such a good, and I've talked to David before. I think that's also kind of one of the other reasons why the interview ran a little long, because we didn't even do a proper introduction. I had to shoot a separate introduction because when we got on the call, because we have spoken before, outside of interview settings, it kind of just turned into a conversation between two motherfuckers that just so happened to be talking about business. Literally it was a fun time. I think y'all will really love this conversation. Also keep an eye out. I do have a video coming out for X-Men United #1. Storm, Earth's Mightiest Mutant #2 video is up. I also got some other videos in the crock pot that we'll be kind of taking a peek at, and I'm working on some kind of some interviews to put together in the next week or so. So, keep an eye out for that. Oh, and we will be getting Christopher Priest back to come chat about some things. And, as per what happened last time, we'll probably we'll probably be there to talk about one thing, and we're probably going to talk about everything but for the majority of it.
About my white king, yeah.
Right. I mean,
I made somebody so mad in the comments. Why do you have to call him? Did you understand how fucked up that is? A white boy is the Black Panther. You're not helping matters, Carter, by calling him your white king. But he's the king of Wakanda. And I like Wakanda. He's my king. You really feel like that, bro? And I just bust out laughing and walked to 7-Eleven. It was the funniest interaction. Real
shit
quick,
that's hilarious.
Because I just saw this question. Can they expect a Thursday show from you?
Yes, we will be doing a Thursday show this week.
Okay.
Like I said, this past week was just, it was kind of a perfect storm of Robo had way too much shit going on, and I had way too much shit going on, and we couldn't. Also, another aspect of it too is we really couldn't even think of anything we actually legitimately wanted to talk about either. That was also another issue. There was a lot, but it was also it was all stuff we would be half-assing. We probably could have still done the show, but I also knew Robo was really tired, so he's he had a whole bunch of ripping and running he had done, so I kind of knew if his energy level was low and my energy level was just kind of because that day I was just I knew that it was actually probably better to not do it. I don't think it would have been a good show if we would have actually done it. I don't think it would have been. I think it would have been a lackluster show. And I don't want to give y'all that. Y'all deserve better. But yes, we will be back next week, one way or the other, even if I have to do it by myself. This other thing that I wanted to make sure got mentioned. Go to your local comic shop. Because I cannot impress this upon y'all enough. You need to go to the shop, and the reason why you need to go is because yes, the Dakota incident did get its second printing confirmed.
Not allegedly.
Not allegedly.
Dickheads.
Yeah.
No.
Which was just
please.
That shit was diabolical. I'm not gonna hold you. Dan Mora, this cover actually got out. It was revealed by Dan Mora. This is going to be one of the new variant covers you can pick up for the Dakota incident. You can pre-order this. This is a Dan Mora special that he is blessed us with. Yeah, DC Dan, that's his name now. That is DC Dan. Dan hooked this up. Looks absolutely positively gorgeous. You can pre-order this. This is exclusive to the second printing. This cover has never been put out before. You can ask for it at your LCS. Please do so, because you might not get this motherfucker if you don't. And like I said, yeah, the original printing, because it's getting a second one, it's obviously sold out. Do not make the mistake I have seen so many people fucking make. I hate seeing this shit. When you go to the shop, you don't walk in. Let me pull this, because I need y'all to see me when I say this. Do not go into the shop the day the book comes out thinking you're just going to be able to walk in like some geek off the street and say, hey, let me get that copy of the Dakota incident. You're not going to be able to do that. You need to go to the shop, go talk to the motherfucker behind the counter and say, please, person, can you put the Dakota incident second print in my pull? And if you want this cover right here, you need to say, can you please give me the Dan Mora static variant cover if you want this cover? Otherwise, you could just get whatever the other covers are, the other previous covers. But like case in point, like for me, because your boy is a gentleman and makes sure that he gets his orders in. You could be rocking like this. You could be rocking like this if you really wanted to. You could be.
Are you gonna end up getting rid of that Dennis Cowan variant since I have yours?
I'm probably, maybe I might do a giveaway for him. I need to complete the other giveaway, which, by the way, I want to say real quick for the people that are still wondering about the coloring book, I'm gonna send it out. It's just that, as something Carter and I have actually talked about on stream before when talking about sending stuff to people, that shit has started to get really expensive. So that is why I have not done it yet. So if you're wondering, I haven't forgotten about you. It's just that motherfuckers was trying to bust a nigga's head, and yeah, and I'm like, to send a book? I was like, I'm not sending a PlayStation. God damn. But no, I have 4 of the 5 variant covers, or just covers in general. So yes, I will be adding the static cover to my collection. And I'm still hunting down that rocket variant. Don't think I ain't gonna keep trying, but yes, stop bullshitting. I need y'all to stop bullshitting, because I keep seeing y'all in my replies on threads saying that, yeah, man, I tried to get it. I tried to walk into the shop and get it, but man, they was out. And I'm like, did you put it in your pool? Nope. That's why. That's why.
Okie dokie.
So there you go. Anyway, that said, I'm done. I ain't got shit else to say. I don't have a goddamn thing to say. Oh, also this right here. I need, you know what? This right here, and this is actually a life hack that I learned about recently, and I think y'all need to do it too. So there's a website you've seen us use before, the League of Comic Geeks. And I don't know if y'all know this, but you can have a pull list organized on the League of Comic Geeks, and if your shop, and I think most shops do support this, if your shop does support it, you can tie your comic shop to your account, and you can go through and just pull comics like, hey, add this to my pull, add this to my pull, add this to my pull. So you don't even have to. So okay, so now y'all motherfuckers really ain't got no fucking excuse.
They LCS might not use the app.
Okay,
I just gave y'all the rope.
Yeah, I mean, look. Okay, if they don't use the app, fine. But if they don't, you better walk your ass in there and tell them, or call them. Shit, make a fucking phone call.
You better not lie and say your shop don't use that app and try to blame Carter ass for it. You better not.
Oh no, you better not. Because I'm gonna tell you right now. Look, we are no, we are not doing that. We are not doing that here. I'm sorry. We're not doing that. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if you fuck around, if y'all, look, because I'm going to tell you right now, I got a lot of smoke in me right now for folks not adding shit to they pool and then crying and singing the blues they wasn't able to get some. Because I'm going to tell you right now, don't be on the Sick Negro report. Don't be on the Sick Negro report. It's not a good report to be on. I'm just saying. Don't make me do it. I'll do it.
All right, then.
So anyway, that said, yes, I hope y'all take Arcane's advice. Check with your shop to see. Check with your LCSAA. Do y'all link with the Comic Geeks app? And if they do, use it. I promise you. Shit will fucking change your life. Okay? That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, I didn't mean to rant that long about it. Anyway, for Carter Presents, I'm the Blerd Without Fear. And you know what? I still got smoke for DC. So DC Comics.
We coming for you, nigga.